dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. Search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. I need you again, so stick around. So stick around. world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I love. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Broken love. Broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're letting close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I love. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. You'll always be my broken love. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. Search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too take it slow.
I need you again, so stick around. So stick around. I need you again, so stick around.
Leave the world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I belong. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. You're so don't let it go. I know you feel it. You'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're letting close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I belong. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Broken love. Broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. You'll always be my broken love. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. Search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow.
Let me play my cool intro. Y'all ain't ready for this. The disrespect is real.
I don't give a fuck. I'll do it again. I'm not above it. I am that snake bitch.
No, it's okay. You guys are all welcome to trash Queen in the chat. We'll hold a whole panel on Queen.
I am honest to a point, but a lot of the things I talk about aren't true.
Wait, somebody not telling the truth on YouTube? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if you ignite me. The road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling this war. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded.
Me and my friends, we're gonna find you and we're gonna rip you apart like a witch funnel.
Snakes don't get a fucking safe space. If she wants to keep it going, then we'll keep going. If she wants to stop the bullshit, then we'll stop the bullshit. But I'm not gonna fucking sit here and let anybody lie on my motherfucking name.
But yeah, the fucking link is in the chat.
Oh, loose booty, wet panty looking ass boy. Replay that, Queen. Her name is Queen. It ain't really so much Queen. Queen B. Queen B. Queen B. Queen B. Okay, there. Queen B. Queen B's money. Queen B ain't got no money. Queen B.
She always fucks some shit up. I don't know why PJ doesn't get his ass on a motherfucking leash and get his ass under control. Fuck.
Better than never. I can feel my heart rate, adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight.
And I haven't brought it public, you know why? Because someone that I was fucking close to is in the middle of a goddamn lawsuit. How do I get my hands on your soap? Because I need something to clean these titty frogs. My dove is just not doing it.
Bring your asses. As simple as that. Come on. I mean, bring it. Bring your asses. Hey, don't get Queen B and her 550, 600 service. Bring their asses out.
You might have started it, but I'm gonna finish it.
Absolutely. Or go to somebody else's panel. Let me just say Queen B's panel. I'm telling you, we all need to go up on Queen B's panel because that seems where everybody's going. I guess Queen B is like the god of YouTube.
Queen B Escobar, bro.
She's in China just making drugs.
You know, I run the cartel on the YouTubes. I run the cartel here. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what boss bitches do.
Exactly.
Beefing with the Queen B because I heard the stinger sucks.
This lady Queen B with the lip ring is innocent. You two weirdos are being weird. No, I know who this is. You're the lady that was on Molly Go Lightly.
No. You have no doubt QB can hold her own with any female on YouTube. Let me tell you something we all learned a long time ago.
I would fuck her up and drag her from here to China. Let's meet one-on-one.
Writing checks their mouth can't cash. Bitch, I didn't write a check my mouth can't cash. I cash all them motherfucking checks.
And I cannot for the life of me understand why people put her on a pedestal. And these allegedly smart people put her on this pedestal like she's something important.
We got to tell you about yourself. It's your fucking old lying ass over there. Is her fucking name obnoxiously relevant?
Because she I know, she changed it.
She meant to say obnoxious and irrelevant. That's what she meant to say.
And coincidentally, it sounds exactly like Queen Bee's voice because, as I've always thought, Queen Bee is using some sort of slight distortion on her voice when she broadcasts.
Exposed!
Queen Bee exposed!
Oh my god, bitch. Did they get that Dugan?
Said they get that Dugan. That shit Chronicles of the Shady. You better fucking shut your mouth with that. Bro, stop.
Wow. What in the hell? Someone told Queen Bee that you said it was her hacking your emails. What the hell is wrong with people?
Right? Take your ass to bed. It's fucking past your bedtime. Go on now.
Right? Why you gotta be crying?
Motherfucking killing the vibe, bitch. Take your ass to bed. Boston, no. I'm not capping at all. I'm telling the whole truth.
Look, babe.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna skedaddle. You know what I mean? Skedaddling away. See you guys.
All right.
I love you too.
Alright. I despise you, Boston.
Whatever.
Good morning, beautiful.
Happy day.
Happy day, baby. We got triggered today. I trigger these motherfuckers every day.
Baby Jesus showed us that, you guys. I swear to God.
I know that's right, because you just put right on that shit.
Yes, I did. Baby Jesus was like, look here.
Yeah, fuck the pause. Pause for the cause. Fuck that pause.
I'm just trying to be a better person. I know it.
Let's see here. God damn it, dude. Can you hear him?
Yes, the dog is orange.
Damn it,
Yeah.
Girl, this tea is piping.
Isn't it, man? These motherfuckers hot.
That just burnt the roof of my mouth.
Where's
Oh,
Candy
shit.
Sue? Where's she at? You heard that like I heard that one. Fire in the hole. Smoke them if you got them.
You're like the type of person that would probably be in the back of the class.
Fuck you, B-Tim.
Ellie's a thug.
Right.
You don't
We're all thugs around here. Shambles. Thank you for supporting the hot biddies. Y'all wasn't ready for that, was you?
Wait, I wasn't, bitch. I was not. I wasn't even close to ready for that shit. All right, I love you, baby girl. I'm gonna jump off.
I love you too, baby doll. Yo, what's happening? What's happening? What y'all doing? Did you guys miss me? Because I sure missed y'all. I had stuff to get done today, and I was in a sour-ass mood, so I figured I probably better just stay off here because I was not being very nice. And sometimes when you don't have nothing nice to say, it's best just to stay off of here. So there's that. I figure I better, calm my fucking my little mad ass down before I misplace my stinger. You know what I'm saying? So I missed y'all. I'm so glad to be here hanging with y'all for a little while. And Wednesday's our late day, so we can hang out for a couple hours and talk some shit. Man, what is going on? These streets are on fire, you guys. What in the hell is going on? I know we got old fucking Sweezy Snoozy Poon over there pulling the fucking victim card like always. Crying about something. We got Betster over here fucking Betstering out how she does. Oh, look at y'all. Miss Sherry dropping the $20 super sticker. Thank you, Miss Sherry. Miss Upper Thigh, Ponzi Detective, dropped 5 of them on us. And Miss Katie K dropped 10 of them on us. I appreciate that because Emily got another one of our streams pulled down because she wants to become the new local content. So that's what we're going to be working on, I guess. It is what it is. I guess we'll leave it at that for right now. Dang, excuse you, Vil. You okay? Shoot. She's over here eating her treat, belching. Don't tell B Tim. She got an extra treat tonight. We ain't going to share that with B Thug. Uncle B Tim don't need to know. Yeah, anytime I say her name, because I shared the pictures from Brandywine's Twitter. So she tried to use that to get it down. So I'm in the middle of a battle back and forth between us right now, asking for proof for them to ask her for proof for it before it comes down. So they'll temporarily take it down, and then you can go back and forth with them. When you have over a certain amount of subs, you have that little chat you can go in and talk to somebody on. So we're going back and forth with the stream right now and the timestamps and stuff. So don't make me be creative because, you do the same shit, but it's really, what's funny to me is you guys like to do the shit, but then you cry like a motherfucker when it's done back to you. See, that's the thing. If you can't handle it, if you can't handle the heat, you better stay out the kitchen, baby. Because that motherfucker gets hot. You hear me? So, you know, your homeboy, first of all, your homeboy is acting a damn donkey's ass for you in the first place. This, you know what I'm saying? He linked up with another crybaby who was trying to play Captain Save-A-Ho to BJ, which now he's trying to play Captain Save-A-Ho to BJ. See, there's a whole timeline to shit. And if you wasn't around, you will most certainly make a fucking true crime dime fool of yourself. Okay? Let's put that out there right now. I don't know what in the fuck. Did you guys think you cracked the case or what? I mean, kind of curious. Just asking for myself. Well, I guess a few thousand people that'll be popping in, I'm sure. We all want to know. We're nosy. We all want to know. Did you crack the case? Do you feel better? Because we knew about this years ago. Okay. Kind of like the stuff with the, you know, true crime buzz bitch over there. Fucking weirdos, man. Listen, did you guys hear Justin? We played some of his shit last night, but one of the clip channels caught his shit. I'm gonna tell you what, Justin, your little fucking mask is slipping off, and you know what? Let me just say this. Let's play this real quick so you guys can see this. We played some of this last night after the interview. Well, it was like, I guess, America's Most Wanted, that episode that we watched. So, of course, he was watching it as well, and this is what he had to say. Check this out. I was like, what? I couldn't believe this shit. I mean, I can, but I can't. Because what the fuck are you doing, Justin? It says no predators, Justin. Clutch those nuts. J4A, justice for all. And this is by, let's see here. Let's go make sure. The Krama Reels, okay? So that's what we're going to share this link real quick.
He's not anywhere.
For days, helicopters on the ground. They even drained a lake. He's nowhere. I don't think Sebastian would have gone outside on his own. There's someone else involved here.
You're right.
Somebody who was.
But somebody that Sebastian knows, but nobody else does. Not a chance. Not a chance. But this is also.
How the fuck do you know there's not a chance? There's not a chance. How the fuck do you know that? You don't know that, Justin. What the fuck are you doing? Listen to this mother. Listen to him.
Lake. He's nowhere. I don't think Sebastian would have gone outside on his own. There's someone else involved here.
You're right.
Somebody who was.
But somebody that Sebastian knows, but nobody else does. Not a chance.
What? Somebody that Sebastian knows that nobody else knows. Nope, not a chance. Not a chance. Justin, how the fuck do you know that? You don't. You don't. Let's listen to this shit again real quick, because I know your funky ass is really trying to push this, and this is bullshit.
Sebastian would have gone outside on his own. There's someone else involved here.
You're right.
Somebody who was.
So the guy says there's someone else involved here. And Justin immediately claps back with this.
But somebody that Sebastian knows, but nobody.
Somebody that Sebastian knows, but nobody else does. Mind you, we just watched that stream where I showed you guys the boy that came up missing, and his family had no idea. They had no idea who he was talking to. They had no idea who the guy was. Even after they found out his name, they still had no idea who he was. So for you to sit here and say that's horseshit, Justin.
Nobody else does. Not a chance. Not a chance.
Not a chance. Not a chance. Oh, really? Not a chance. So what do you know that we don't? If there's not a chance in hell that Sebastian could have been, lured out or abducted, or, I mean, tell us.
But this is also television, and
okay, this is also television. So that's the excuse that they're making this up, right? They're just putting it out because this is television. So they're just making it up, right? They're just making that up because it's TV, right?
A chance. But this is also television, and they want to be as diversified as possible on there. They want one to go this way, one to go. It's just TV.
No. They put the facts out, and then they put out what they thought was likely to have happened or what could have happened. And here you come and say, it's not a chance, it's not a chance, it's not a chance, as though it's fact that there's not a chance in hell that he could have been lured out by someone that only he knew. This is how misinformation gets spread, and this is why you have people over there who are so close fucking minded, it's unbelievable.
It's just the way it is.
We know children on the autism.
No, Justin, you're wrong. That's not the way it is.
Tend to wander, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics.
Yes, but that is.
Oh, let's hear your fucking advice. You know what? Since you know better than them, tell us.
If they have not eloped by age 12, they're not likely to elope.
So you say, okay, so if they haven't eloped by the age of 12, they're not likely to elope. Okay. So you know better than the experts. Is that so?
The American Academy.
Children on the autism spectrum tend to wander, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics. So the American Academy of Pediatrics is abso-fucking-lutely stupid, and you know it all, right, Justin? Fuck out of here with this bullshit.
Yes, but that is. If they have not eloped by age 12, they're not likely to elope. You didn't say that, though, sir.
No, because he's not going to, and he shouldn't be saying that. He should not be saying that. In fact, neither should you.
Wow. But I think something caused him to flee his home. Was there a roaming predator that just happened to see Sebastian walking down through the neighborhood? And
listen, there's no predators in that neighborhood.
Oh, wow. Okay. And you know every single neighbor and every single house, or history and everything about them. You know that no predators walked through that area that night that didn't live there or didn't belong there. You know that to be a fact, huh? You know that to be a fact. This is unfucking believable. This is unfucking believable that you would sit and even say this shit. True crime, Karen, how do you know that? He don't know that. That's what I mean, baby. Listen, the shit he's saying right now this is bullshit. Here we are focused over here on Cellulitis Sally when we need to be focused on fucking Justice for All and his lying ass bullshit misinformation station over here. Dear God, what are you doing, Justin?
In my opinion. No child has ever went missing in that neighborhood. They protect each other in that neighborhood.
Okay, so what are you saying here? That other people don't protect each other when they have missing children? Is that what the fuck you're saying? Because that's kind of just how I took that. So other neighborhoods that have children that go missing don't protect their neighbors. They don't protect each other. This is fucking ridiculous to me. I don't even know what all this is. I'm not even sure what all this is, but whatever they're doing, they're proving something. I wish there was something that they could show what this is, a map of something. I don't know what it is, but they got a map of something going on here. I'm guessing, probably child predators in the area. Oh, it's a list of red dots. Okay. So they do have one over that area then, right? I'm guessing so. I don't know if that's what she's trying to prove here, but I'm guessing that's probably what she's trying to prove here. And another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. But you said no predators live over there, right? No predators live anywhere around over there? Obviously, she's proven you different, right? Or she's proven you to be a liar. As Josh gets all mad about proving you different. Prove me different. Prove me different. Prove me wrong. Well, she's proven you to be fucking wrong right here. Shit. Obviously, there's predators in that area. Predators and pedophiles, it looks like. Damn, Pam. So I'd probably, take back that little piece of misinformation you put out there. No predators in that area. So yeah, that's exactly what she was showing. There we go. That's Justin obviously doesn't fucking research. All right, so the videos, the Krama Reels. Here's the link in the chat. Make sure you guys go over there, check them out, sub up, Go check out their channel. Let's see here. Oh, you guys over here showing some love, baby. Let's see. I'll take seriously Hush and get off my phone. J4A for 1,000, Alex. Good gracious. How ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Wishful thinking. FUPA FAFO 2025 member for 18 months says elope. Dude, he is not getting married. He's missing. Miss, in my opinion, Fletcher, member for 14 months. Like the video shown on Nancy Grace with the made up. Yeah, the one that they made up. Yeah, kind of like that. Kind of like they had to yank that fucker off the entire, their entire website or whatever they put out their channel. Nobody important member for a month. Thanks for the enjoyment of you in the hive. I appreciate you being here. Wolf Rider member for 24 months. Ooh, you got your golden bee, baby. Baby. Happy 2 years with you. Much love and blessings. Thank you, Wolf Rider. Vibrator, missed you, Queen, for 8 months. Thank you for being here, baby. I appreciate that. What do we got here? Who just came in? Trips, True Talk, member for 2 months. I heard Pearls sniff monkey farts. Well, I heard, rumor has it, Miss Simi Pearl's been gone. Where's she been? Where's Simi Pearl at? Listen, me and Rowena, we just got finished up with our detective, with our investigation on Justice for All. I think it's time we put it out. Ro, where you at? I think it's time we put that shit out, Ro. You ready to put our results out? Maybe we'll go over it and then we'll go over it and then we'll do it on a live. We'll expose it on a live. M. Greg, member for 12 months. You got your golden crown too. Go ahead with your King Bee crown. M. Greg. Let's see here. Miss Hartley's been dropping clips on us, and I haven't even had a chance to get caught up with her stuff either. Dang it. So much going on. I can't keep up here. You guys, I was, listen, I went and checked another one of my trees. This is another reason why I was kind of bummed out. Guess what? Didn't find a single fucking shred of a mushroom anywhere. Drama over here, predators over there. Went out to go look for my fucking shrooms. Motherfuckers didn't find, oh my God, didn't find one. Not even a stinking shred of one being there. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. It ruined my whole fucking day. Just ruined it. Whoever wished for me not to find one, I hope you're happy with yourself. Because I was so pissed today. Let me tell you what. I was mad as hell. I had a bad day now because of it. Your wish came true. Listen, David, you can be as happy as a lark. I was mad today because I didn't find any of my mushrooms. Your spell worked. Too fucking funny. Pet, let's see here. Beats him. No. Well, Beats him doesn't eat mushrooms anyway, so that's okay. Miss Amy Boo, how you doing? I hope you're having a good night, baby. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. What do we got? Miss Hartley. She been, you know what? Miss Hartley keeps up with the Strangler too, so that's why we got to go catch up with her bullshit. Because of course, she had to go over the America's Most Wanted stuff too, and dear God, I don't think she even realizes how ridiculous she fucking sounds. I guess I just don't even. This is. We're not going to listen to that. That's what we're not going to fucking do. Because I do not care to hear that shit. All right, let's listen to this garbage. Oh my God. All right, let's see here. Let's go over this fucking trash bag. Jeez, man. Because this is another one of Sean's mouthpieces here. So let's go see what she had to say about this.
10,000 subscriber goal, rather. Mary, it's nice to see you. Good morning. Nancy, it's nice to see you as well. With that, but I understand it too because I'm a content creator. I've been on documentaries.
Oh my God.
Typically, the documentaries I've been on
have went to shit. Let's just keep it real.
Been, for one specific
a flop at life.
Case. In this particular situation, they had 3 different cases. So they had to.
In my opinion, any documentary she's been in has shown the fucking bullshit that they fucking do and the bullshit that they do to these families. Like when she sued the laundries for $40 just to be a pain in the ass when they had a fucking, we're going through crazy times. Going through enough with their own family and everything going on. And here you got fucking Andra over there being a fucking, pest, a pesky little fucking, rotten fucking shithead.
Fit the story into the segment.
Just so she can fit her name into the story somewhere so she can, act important like anybody gives a flying fuck.
That they had available to them to cover the story. And based upon looking at it from that lens, I think that they did get a lot of the important stuff into their segment. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Did they get enough important information? They got enough important information. I think the issue is they didn't show enough of the information to the public. They kind of explained it like with the lights. I think they only showed a little bit. We'll go through it a little bit. I agree with you, but it's still a talking point. It's still on there in front of people that have never heard about this case that are going to be plugging in and learning a little more about Sebastian Rogers' case. They brought up a lot of theories, and I understand why they brought up a lot of theories. It's because there's nothing.
Well, yeah. Did you hear where they also said innocent until proven guilty? Did you hear that? I was really hoping you were, unplugging them fucking little dirty ears out, cleaning them little dirty ears out and unplugging them so you could hear what they said, There's other avenues than just blaming the parents. There's other things that could have possibly happened. Maybe, maybe you heard them, maybe you didn't, but yeah. They also believe innocent until proven guilty, that kind of thing.
Nothing solid right now. And when you're talking about a case, just like we talk about a case on this platform, we, especially at the very beginning, the first time we touch it, we spit out, 6 to a baker's dozen theories out there, and through our processes we start, once we start getting more information, we're able to eliminate this, we're able to eliminate that, we're able to eliminate this. So they, as a America's Most Wanted, are not in the position to eliminate possibilities. They're only able to provide, based upon all of the factual information, what could possibly happen. So to be honest with you, in the 10 minutes or 12 minutes segment that they had designated to Sebastian, I think they were able to be very impactful in a limited time, the interview with the mom. And so hopefully maybe we don't know if in the WSMV video that was more, their segment was only like 3 minutes, and then they ended up putting the entire.
You can take me off the assist fire. I'll be around till you missing J4As.
Next big track back up, going into the construction site over here back towards the beach. That's the one behind you. It's awful muddy. Do you see any footprints or anything? You shouldn't have any shoes on. Dang it, this is all dry, hard packed. I do have some footprints over here. Right there where you're standing?
Hey, Andrea, thank you, love.
Yeah, leading right over here to the retaining pond. No shoes, just footprints? Shoes, the next one straight into the pond. Next led me straight to the retaining pond. Over behind Willow Boulevard, he dove right into the water.
Yeah, do you see any footprints around it?
There was a few footprints in some of the softer dirt, headed straight this way on the track that he was running.
Truck 47, what kind of shoes do you wear? So, Tim. 12 to any units that are going to be assisting with 1008. Please come to 1008 Davenport now, please.
So that was courtesy of Smiley's Stories World. If you haven't had an opportunity to check out Smiley.
So of course, Smiley would put that out. Come on, man.
Smiley's Stories World. Please consider doing that. So, my sister. Okay, let's go back right there.
Yeah, let's hear what you had to fucking say about this. Oh, jeez. Okay.
All right, let's get past that.
Seems to me like somebody was, in my opinion, trying to, use this as a production piece.
New things. That's my son.
Look at him. Okay? He's talking about Sebastian. He's talking, his whole entire commentary is about his son. This man has been put through a meat grinder.
So has Chris and Katie. They have been as well. And Chris's parents. But guess who hasn't? Seth's parents. Guess who else has not been stalked down? Guess who else is not in a court case? Guess who else isn't having, threats thrown in their face and phone calls and all this dumbass shit going on? Seth's parents and his family. Guess who has to deal with all the fuck shit, though? Katie, Chris, and Chris's family. You made sure of that. Both of y'all did.
And he's been called a pedo, a murderer, an artist, right?
I've never once heard people call him an artist. I've never heard him referred to as that. I have, in fact, heard him referred to as a predator and as a pedo by the green team screaming it out every fucking day. Now, several people have called him a predator for what he did when he with Katie, like the story he did, what he did with the babysitting job where they both babysat or whatever he claimed. I'm not even sure about that whole fucking story, but that's another story that he told on his own on a live stream.
And that's air. All of these horrible things that affect him at his job at the gym.
Well, I recall somebody reading JLR's post where it says that he slept with a minor allegedly. And JLR also said it to be, here, let's go pull it up just so that it's sitting on here so y'all can see it. So there's no questions asked because it definitely says that on his Twitter. So, and there's also screenshots of it. Even though he's got me blocked, he's had me blocked for a month of Sundays. And of course, he's got me blocked. just so you guys are well aware. Here's the screen here. JLR Investigates has blocked you. He's had me blocked for a month of Sundays. Anyways, on here, down on here, somewhere down in here, he says the stuff about Seth Rogers. And yeah, he has no regrets about it. So anyhow, I'll leave this up and go find it. Until then, though, we'll finish watching a little bit of this that Betty's got going on here. Dang, Miss Barbecue coming in, dropping a 50 on us. Tony Mathis is fucked. His house was transferred 4/9/25 to Dana's parents. Unbelievable. On March 7th, he was issued a release on his mortgage. Dun, dun, dun. Because guess what? You can't transfer your house after a judgment. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at Barbecue coming in, dropping the info. Gosh dang, Tone. What did you think, Tone? What are you thinking? Listen, Mr. Mathis, I'll have a conversation with anybody. Why don't you instead click that link? You got so much to say, bud. I mean, you're already fucking lost. You've already lost pretty much every fucking thing for everyone. You're the reason why y'all even lost that junk fucking injunction to begin with. If anybody wants to be mad, they should be mad at you, in my opinion. Well, first of all, everybody should be mad at the thing being filed to begin with, because nobody should have been attacked and harassed, in my opinion, through the courts using a fucking injunction. I think it's bullshit that was ever even able to be done in the first place. And thank fucking God we have an amazing community that stood up and stood behind those girls and stood behind me as well. Because it's fucking bullshit when you're just living your life and all of a sudden you get a mad ass bitch that's pissed off over what you said about him on the internet, and they go fucking file a $250,000 lawsuit, and you have to then fight your fucking way out of it. Even though you know you didn't fucking do shit wrong, you still have to spend thousands of dollars to fight your way out of it. And they know that, which is why they do it. And they've stated that multiple times on multiple live streams, just like Tony sent that text. I'm not suing you because I know I'm not going to win. What he said, he said, I know I'm not going to win. I'm doing it to cost you money. Boom. That's how anti-slaps get fucking founded right there. Boom.
Jail. What do you think people in prison do to pedos? Right? They tried. Hey, who's your mama? It's nice to see you. They tried to destroy this man. Do you think he comes up on any interview and says, "Oh my gosh, you know, the opinions of people, of course we're getting attacked. You know, I'm getting attacked on a daily basis. I've been called this, I've been called that, I've been done this, and this." Do you think you hear that from this man right here? If you don't know who this man is,
well, no, because you do it for him. In my opinion, you do it all for him. You guys are his mouthpieces, right? Because this is what he said. This is exactly what he said right here. And if they're going, this is right after court. And if they're going to try and take away one of my voices, hence Betty, that's who's talking right now for him, in my opinion, they're going to have to get ready for my voice, Sean. And we heard you, bitch and cry and whatever for a little while about bullshit that's going on and people that are being mean to you and, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, I do feel bad that he's got a missing child. It's hell. I understand that. It still doesn't give you the right to fucking treat everybody like shit and do things like file injunctions on folks and, cost them thousands to get out of it, or send C&Ds to people who are helping you search for your child. It's bullshit.
This is Seth Rogers. This is dad. This is Sebastian's dad. This is the only person that has been searching for him since
and
the
Katie
day
is his mother. And no, that is another lie, Betty. That is another lie. Let's hear it.
he disappeared. Law enforcement. This is the only person that has been searching for him since the day he disappeared.
Lie. Lie. He searched a total of 4 times. He said that out of his own mouth. He searched a total of 4 times. Let it be known that he is the one who said that himself. And he was allegedly being followed and watched. In my opinion, that would have been the disability, because he was turned in for being out and about, walking miles, allegedly to find his son, when he had turned into disability that he could barely walk or move his shoulder. So in my opinion, I don't believe anybody was stalking him down or preventing him from putting up flyers or even going after him like he alleged. In my opinion, I believe it was the disability private investigator that they have watching his every move to see if he was lying or not. That's just my opinion. Form your own opinion, do your own research. But that's just my opinion to it all.
Enforcement gave up. The mom and stepfather gave up before the case even started. They ran away from home.
That's another lie. They did not run away from home before the case even started. They've been searching since day one, actually. They just don't need kudos and ass pats and super chats on the ass for doing it.
Oh, they ran away from home. But this man right here has been there through thick.
Well, actually, they were threatened, and they had death threats, and they had people threatening to show up at their house, and they also had things, phone calls coming in, and you need to burn in hellfire. Ma'am, you need to burn in hellfire. So, yeah, that's why they had to leave their home, because Chris still had to work. Katie was supposed to, be doing her thing as a mother. However, her child is now missing. So her life has completely been flipped upside the fuck down. Something you guys refuse to acknowledge. But, after all, she did have him 24 days out of a 30-day month. Katie had him 24 days. Seth had him, 8 days? 2, 4. Actually, you know what? You had him 4 days. We'll say 6 just to be generous. You had him 6 days out of the fucking month. We'll say 5. Okay, so 5 days, 25. So Katie had him 25 days out of the month. You had him 5 days out of the month. Let's just, for all the mothers out there who take care of your children full time, 24/7. You know what I'm talking about.
Thick and thin, through hell or high water.
Someone who obviously does not have children, such as Betty, cannot speak on that or what it feels like. She has no idea.
Unearthing any and all information related to his son, and he still has the ability to speak.
And no, it's not the fact that she doesn't have children, because even folks who don't have children can raise other people's children and they still have a mother factor. She just does not have that mothering instinct. Even women who don't have children still have the mother instinct, or have cared for other children, or has, done things for other children. It's fucking bullshit for you to even say the shit you fucking say, bitch.
Speak highly of his son and keep it focused on his son. You're truly going to see 2 different personalities on here. One that is seeking a child, and one that is trying to pose as there's nothing to see over here. And you see it clear as day in this America's Most Wanted missing persons footage.
February 25th, the day before Sebastian went missing, Chris was in Memphis at work. So Sebastian and I...
It's so important to make sure he was at work. Isn't it funny how they want to make sure he is the furthest person away? Yet he's the only person that has never provided us his alibi. Katie's provided us her alibi. Seth has even produced work records, like physical work records, to show his alibi to the world. But these 2 people are elusive. Chris and Katie Proudfoot are elusive. Why? She was the last person to see her son alive, and you are looking at the images. Her and her alone. Now, mind you, this woman is military trained. She's retired Navy, and she has MMA training, mixed martial arts training. I want us to understand who Katie Proudfoot is. She is a strong woman that knows what she is doing. Highly educated, military trained. She knows how to protect herself, how to protect her son. She doesn't need a man to help her. She could probably take Chris down. Probably why she doesn't have more bruises on her than she does. Just a thought.
Went to Texas Roadhouse. After dinner, right around.
No, it's not just a thought. That's just a jab that you think you're fucking putting out there, because just like somebody put out there, you know, oh, Hong, I'm sorry, put out there a shirt with a lady who was beaten that says I survived Chris, which is fucking bullshit anyway. So we all know what you're insinuating with your little fucking jab, okay? The fuck? Highly educated? Betty, you're not highly educated. In my opinion, you are not highly fucking educated. Stop that. And this right here, this is a reminder to those who are new or who've not heard it. This right here is the reason why Chris and Katie had to go stay elsewhere, because this is the kind of shit that they were dealing with, and the calls that they were getting via their own phones and the police.
Hello, I just wanted to let you know that you and your husband and son are going to burn in hellfire and sulfur for the rest of eternity. I just wanted to let you know for killing a little child with a disordered, a sick child. I just wanted you to know you're going to burn in hell, and I will give anything. If I could pick anybody in the world to watch die, it would be you and your husband and your son. It's gonna happen. Turn yourselves in, you evil, evil people. Turn yourselves in.
Speaking of, here's this post here. Okay, so this is a screenshot, and it says, replying to JLR investigates. So is this female? She let him S8. KP let CP abuse her son. Now, this is allegations that are being made here that we have no idea. I don't even know who's replying to this. Some woman up here, right? So I don't know who she is. She's replying to JLR investigates, and she says, so is the female. She let him SA daughter. And then it says, KP let CP abuse her son, lashing Sebastian with a leather belt. Guaranteed CP lashed him more than once. CP claimed one SWAT was behind. Bull crap. Neighbor found Sebastian under his car one time hiding from CP. Came outside mad as hell, which obviously we discovered was a lie as well. However, here JLR responds back with, Seth Rogers is all of them failed Sebastian Rogers. And this was November 24, 2024 at 8:54 p.m. So I guess he was called that. I mean, if it wasn't true, I guess I thought he would. I figured since he, good with filing injunctions on, single mothers out here that, were covering his son's case. If that was not true or was so upsetting or offensive, and and was so dangerous to his job. I wonder why he's not taking care of that. I mean, I'm just kind of curious because JLR has 300,000 subscribers. So you can't sit here and act like Barbecue has what 60,000 followers on a TikTok. I mean, that's nothing compared to 300,000 followers. Just saying. Ain't playing. Hold on. By the way, since we got a new super chat, check this out. Since we got rats in a basket, this fucking shit was too funny to me. Obviously, I'm immature as hell. Somebody made this for me, so I gotta play it. It's funny.
I think we got a super rat. Super rat. Super rat. I think we got a super rat, so make it rain fat.
Because, you know, she gets pissed off when we say make it rain. That's her word. But anyways, here's another one.
Cause I ain't in the mood today. Half of y'all don't really fuck with me anyway. And most of y'all will run your mouth but never run a fade. Quick to clock some tea but couldn't clock minimum wage. Bitch need a viral moment, ask me if I give a fuck.
Uh-oh. The subscribers make them and send them to me. Like this one here.
I
Too funny, you guys. Too fucking funny. We got a little super chat, so I had to put it out there. Do you want me to show that barbecue here? I guess the link pinned. Let me see. Let me see here. Because fuck you. She cracks me up, that little girl. If you want me to put it up, I will. I just don't want to put it up without you saying, yeah, you know, yes or no. Well, check you girls out. What's up, small town girl?
What's up?
What you doing, Bitty Bop? Hold on, we got Miss Amy up here doing a drive-by on us. Miss Amy, what you doing, Bitty Bop?
Hey, King.
How are you, love? What you doing, baby doll?
Nothing much. How are you?
I'm good. What you got going on today?
Nothing.
Well, good deal. Did you have a good day today?
Yeah.
That's all that matters, babe.
Call Kristen Katie Pansy.
Yeah, they call them all kinds of terrible things.
She doesn't give a fuck about the service.
Nope, not a singular fuck.
Hi, Amy.
Nope,
How are
not
you?
one.
Hi. Fine. How are you?
I'm good. Hope you had a good day.
I did.
Good. I wonder, I'm just curious, could this whole house thing have been the reason why Tony was freaking out over Julie? Because he knows that she
Yeah,
did?
I think he didn't want her digging into stuff. That's what I think was the problem there.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking. Kind of seems like it because, that's obviously something that you wouldn't want out, especially when you do this while you're in
Well, yeah,
litigation.
he's in litigation. Let's see. A non-arm's length transaction refers to a deal where the parties involved have a relationship with each other, such as marriage, relationship, business partners, employment, or blood relation. So I think that, he thought he was going to get ahead of the game and he was going to, he did a quick claim deed. Let's see here. This is a search in Delaware County. Let's see. Let's open this up in a new tab. So this right here, would be the problem. Tony, why are you doing a quick claims deed to your wife on April 9th, 2025? It's April 29th today, so exactly 3 weeks ago. What day did the ruling come out for the anti-slap?
Pretty sure
What
it
day
was
did it
April
drop?
17th.
So week 10, about 8 days prior, you went and did the quick claims deed, huh? Is that what that is? Because that's sure what it looks like here. Type quick claims deed. Tony Mathis to Dana Mathis.
But I thought it was said that he gave it to his in-laws or quick deeded it to his in-laws. So did he
Well, he
do it?
quick deeded it to his wife. That's maybe he wanted us to think it was right. Let's see here. If Tony did it, who else did it too? I'd be looking straight up. Miss Amy, good night, baby. I figured you'd do a drive-by. I know it's getting late. I don't have to get up at 5:30 tomorrow. Tomorrow I got to get up at 7:30 so I can talk shit with y'all for a little bit. And how do we know he didn't quit claim this to his wife and she didn't quit claim it to her relatives to get it the fuck out of her name too, because she's married.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just more of this
But you know what? When you
fraudulent.
start to fucking around hiding assets, they're gonna find your shit anyway. So it really doesn't matter. Like Granny said, her and Barbecue, their lawyer, they're confident in their lawyer finding all your assets anyways. And if you don't think they're not gonna see that, they sure as fuck are, and you know they will, Tony. So I don't even know why you even tried that.
Right. It's like, what other fraudulent fuck shit has he been involved in?
Right. What else did he just quit claim over to his wife? What else you got? Boats and all kinds of shit?
Vehicles. And
Yeah,
I
I
don't
just
know
let your
if
lawyer
it.
know to look into that shit. ASA fucking P. Let me go pin this link because I keep forgetting it. I've dropped it 3 or 4 times, but I keep forgetting it.
And I don't know how true it is. I haven't seen anything on it, but I also heard that there's like property behind him or something that he could possibly own as well. And I also find it really, really odd that he would go and do a quitclaim deed on his house for a litigation that the green team was so confident that they were going to win. That's weird to me. Yeah, this is wild. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm gonna put Betty's best stuff back on so we can watch that. But I just thought it was interesting to pull that up because what the fuck do you think you're doing, Tony? Did you think they weren't gonna see that? Did you think they weren't gonna find that? I mean, I'm not sure what the fuck you thought you were doing, to be honest.
well, like I just said, I think it's quite odd to me that he would go and do something like this in litigation that the whole green team was confident that they were going to win. Why would you
Yeah,
go
and
and
I would
split deed
definitely be
houses?
checking chaos and crimes and vodka or whatever, chaos and vodka or whatever the fuck. I'd be checking her shit to make sure there ain't any other quick claim deeds or anything else going on. Cause what the hell?
Damn!
Y'all just don't even know when to stop.
Not at all.
Holy shit. He did it days before the judgment. That's a no-no. Exactly. That's what I said. I don't even know what the fuck he thought he was doing with that. I don't even know what the fuck he thought he was going to do with that. What the hell? Did he think y'all wasn't going to see that, or that your lawyer wasn't going to see that? Come on now. And when y'all tell the judge he did that, shit.
Yeah, and then also by looking at that document, like his mortgage, he doesn't have a mortgage on the house. So if you just lost the litigation, buddy, you better go get that house back in your name and put a mortgage on it so you can pay off these debts that you just occurred.
Around 9 o'clock, he laid down. I heard a noise in his room. I said, I don't care what you do, but you got to knock it off and you got to go to bed. And he,
Wow. That is like the 5th or 6th rendition of that very specific event. Now, mind you, this is the last time she's ever spoken to her son again, according to her statement. And she can't remember the last words spoken to him or him spoken to her because they keep changing from interview to interview. This specific statement changes. I want you to pay attention to this man right here. This man right here. I want you to now start going back to all of the interviews that they do. All of them. The one thing you will always see Chris do is side-eye Katie when he's sitting next to her and she's speaking. He side-eyes her. He is literally taking his eyes and watching her lips. He's doing it.
This dumb bitch, I swear to God.
Well, the way Tony fucking did his Google eyes and looked like a goddamn demon was exiting his fucking chest cavity, I say you have no fucking room to be talking about the way anybody looks like with their eyes.
While she's got the bullshit stuff up behind her on that green screen.
Right.
Fuck you, Betty.
Where it should be like, where the fuck we reward for Hong's Dong? Where is it? Does anybody have any idea where it went?
Or how about it just a fucking blipboard that says missing Sebastian?
Right.
Call TBI. Not this stupid shit.
I cannot, man.
Here too. And I want you guys to pay attention to it because he does this in every single interview. And to me, it gives the appearance that he's making sure she's sticking to the script. Watch him. And then go back and compare it to other interviews for yourself. His eyes right here. They're right here. They're not looking down this way. They're looking over this way.
So basically, just replace that with Sean. Go back and look through all Sean's interviews and watch his eyes and watch the way he looks and shit. Same thing.
How many times does Sean or does Seth and Tony give each other hand signals during interviews? It's the same fucking thing.
Right. Come on, man. Come on.
A lot in these interviews.
he answered, yes, ma'am. I said, okay.
Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes.
That was last time that I spoke with Sebastian. The next morning, when I went in his room, he wasn't in his bed. After a minute or two, and I couldn't find him.
Look at his eyes. Oh my God, he's looking down at the ground. Oh my God, look at his eyes. He's looking down at the ground. Oh my God. Oh my God. Still was looking down at the ground. Didn't see him look over at Katie once. So what the fuck are you talking about, you weirdo? Stop making shit up, Betster. Stop that.
I called Chris and I said,
now it's down to a minute or two. The original statement was 3 minutes.
Need a 5150.
Then on Chronicles of Olivia, it was a minute flat. Now it's 2 to 3 minutes, or 1 to 2 minutes.
I can't find Sebastian. He's not in the house.
I got off work and I had a text message from Sebastian's stepfather. I said, hey, I don't know how to tell you this, but
That is not what he said. I don't know how to tell you this. No, his very first word was, don't be mad. Be mad. Your son is missing.
Betty. You stupid
Yeah,
hoe.
because anybody's gonna be like, "What the fuck you mean? My son's missing? It's fucking 6:30 in the morning." Of course. I mean,
Well, and if that was such a big deal, why didn't Seth just say that that's what his text message read? But
well,
he
you know, they got to
didn't.
make it into a big deal now. It's a year and a half later, so of course they got
But
to
why
find
didn't
something
Seth just talk about it in this interview?
right.
And he didn't. So it obviously wasn't important to the story, but Betty's got to make it important.
Yeah. So.
Sebastian missing. I headed straight over to their house.
I started driving through the neighborhood.
Hold on, Betster. Why didn't he go straight home first and go check his house? Because what if Sebastian left her house in the middle of the night and was walking to his dad's? Since, you know, his dad claims he loves him so much and wanted to move in with him, why the fuck would he not go straight home and say, okay, oh my God, you know what? My son's missing. What if he walked to my house? What if he's sitting outside my house right now, waiting on me to get off work and get home? No. What's he do? Straight to Katie's house.
Why didn't
This is
Seth
out
try
of
to
town.
cross it?
He's gonna run over there and play captain. You know what I'm saying? You hurry up and get over there because he, you know, why not go check your own house first, or call the police and say, "Hey, my son's missing. Can you guys go check my house real quick to make sure he's not sitting outside? I'm 30 minutes away over here at my wife or my ex-wife's or whatever. Can one of you guys send dispatch? Can one of you guys, you know, dispatch an officer to go check and make sure he's not walking down the highway or, you know what I mean, or sitting outside my house or whatever? Can you know what I'm saying?
Right. And why didn't Seth try to call Sebastian on his way over to Katie's?
Right. It's just odd to me. Of course, yeah. I mean, he's gonna say, "Don't be mad." Fuck, well, I would say that too. Shit, don't be mad. At 6 o'clock in the morning, your kid's missing. I mean, first thing the officer says when the shit happened with us, with my grown, well, half thinking she's grown, 17 and a half. Don't be upset. She was out with her friends and stuff, and I know you're angry, but yeah, I am at 1:30 in the morning. Yeah, she's supposed to be staying the night with a fucking friend. And when I have to go wake the friend's mom up to let him know that she's in trouble, that's a problem. Yes, I'm fucking mad. It's a normal reaction. Vibrator, thank you for dropping 5 of them on us. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you for showing some love. I mean, people have fucking lives outside of this goddamn app. What the hell? What is this? Glitter? Why didn't SR go check his house or call Seb? Yeah, that's exactly right. Why the hell didn't he? I mean, you know, you're so goddamn perfect. I wish we could all be as perfect as Betster.
I was looking everywhere, like, where is he? What happened? Did he go with someone? Did someone take him? By the time I pulled into the school, Christopher was already telling me to turn around because the authorities were on their way.
As a matter of fact, 8 seconds before 911 was called, she was on Kellen. She was on Kellen because we have an image of her in her car with no window roll down, no phone in her hand. Now, granted, she could have Bluetooth. It could have been going on in the car. But she's lying here because she says she was at the school when she was told to turn around and go home. But that is not true. She was on the road 8 seconds before that call came in her own neighborhood.
8 seconds. 8 fucking seconds. Her mind is going a million times a fucking minute. She don't know. Are you fucking serious? She probably don't even remember if she washed her fucking goddamn hands before she left the fucking house. She probably doesn't remember if she let her fucking dogs in and out. She probably has no fucking idea that she was off by 8 seconds. Excuse her. Her fucking child's missing, you asshole. For fuck's sakes.
Well, why don't you just admit even more how much you're stalking her? As you're stating, there's an 8-second difference because you have an image of her driving down Kellen at whatever time. You're a stalker, Betty. That's what you did.
In her own neighborhood. So I'm pretty sure law enforcement knows that that information is inaccurate because they know exactly when she pulled into the school. They watched her go all the way, drive all the way back toward Worsham's. And then all of a sudden, a minute or two later, she is flying like a race car driver through the school. Now, mind you, there could have been kids there, but she didn't care. Driving like a bat out of hell and back to the house.
Why'd she do that, Betty? Why did she do that? Because she had just got a call from Chris who said, just like she just said, the police are there. Get your ass back home. So, of course, she didn't see him there. She turned around and flew like a bat out of fucking hell right the fuck back home.
Well, and mind you, she has
I
a
sure as
missing
fuck would have
child.
too. I fly like a bat out of hell every goddamn day anyway. So, I mean, fuck.
Well, right. And she's got a missing child that she's out searching for. You all would make it a big deal if she was out driving the fucking speed limit. You're going to make a big deal if she's out speeding because Chris and Katie can't do anything right. And then she's like, well, what if she would have ran over a kid? Buddy, it's like 6:30 in the morning. Kids aren't at school that early, I don't
Well, and
think.
if she did her fucking, stalking search, she already knows that. She knows there ain't no kids there that early. She done stalked the fucking school and found out what time they opened and all that. So she already fucking knows. In my opinion, this is just some more bullshit for show here. Because, oh my God, 8 seconds makes a fucking huge difference. Lord, look the fuck out. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, there. Would you remember what you fucking did in 8 seconds if you were fucking on one road to the next?
No, and I surely wouldn't remember it when I'm in a traumatic situation like my child missing. You don't remember that stuff, and that's 8 seconds is a hell of a long time in that given moment.
Man, I cannot with her bullshit. 8 seconds. Get the fuck out of here with that. Trying to fucking ridicule her over 8 seconds, but your fucking homeboy comes up, fucking takes a goddamn nap for 2 hours. Miss Glory coming in, dropping 5 of them on us. I appreciate you showing love and support. Matter of fact, let me see here with my Brittany J. What does she say? It's almost the end of the month. Thank you so much for showing love. I appreciate you. All right, here we go.
It's always expected, but never appreciated.
They used helicopters.
Right. Always was always expected but never appreciated.
Yeah.
That is her fucking saying too, huh? Hell no.
Use drones. They use ATVs, horseback.
An extensive search didn't yield one significant lead or even
an extensive search. I want you guys to listen to that. An extensive search that didn't produce one single lead.
They use helicopters. They use drones. They use ATVs, horseback.
An extensive search didn't yield one significant lead or
not one significant lead. A child leaves home barefoot and not one speck of his scent left anywhere. I want that to resonate in your brain.
Even a glimpse of the boy on any doorbell cam video. Days later, investigators combed through a landfill, still saying they had found nothing.
We do not believe they found nothing. I truly believe nothing led to the whereabouts of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, exactly what they said. Nothing.
Well, I don't know about that, but anyways, Nicole G, thank you for dropping a membership on us. I appreciate that.
To lead to his whereabouts. But we went back and we've analyzed several videos from this day from a bunch of different reporters that were at this Kentucky landfill. We went back and analyzed their footage and analyzed their statements. And it is my belief. Oh, Lady for Justice, thank you. I'll come up to a stopping point right after this little piece here, and we'll thank everybody that's sponsored the show. So I appreciate all your love.
Okay, first of all, You've been watching us way too fucking long. And second of all, what the fuck are you talking about? Sponsoring the show? Then no. When you get a super chat or something, it's not called sponsoring the show. But Betty, my God,
She's so important.
She's something the fuck else, man.
And support. Know that 100% of your donations in this chat, as well as
go straight into her pocket and go straight into her bank account, and no, she doesn't donate to shit and she doesn't help anybody else out. So understand it's going straight into her pocket, straight to the lawsuits, which guess what? You've been doing the same shit to me for almost 2 years now. So in my opinion, I'm happy to see you drain your fucking pockets on lawsuits. How about that?
on the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and GoFundMe are 100% going to attorney fees and only attorney fees because they're free.
Yeah. Just kind of like you've done to me, right?
But wait a minute. Is it the PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo that she said in your court papers that she didn't have?
Yeah, those. Yep, those.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna clip that and make sure we have it as well. Yep. We got the clip of her also saying that it's same shit Tony said. She doesn't give a fuck if she wins or loses as long as it costs me money, she's okay with it.
Expensive. But I wanted to say here.
Well, actually, didn't you buy a new car, Betty? Didn't you just buy a new car? So I would be careful saying all of it went towards your lawsuit.
Well, and she did just buy a microwave because she talked about that for 2 days of how she struggled to put it above her stove. And then she took a picture of her stove and showed a new ceiling fan sitting on her stove.
Well, it's probably the one she put up. You think it's a new one? So she had 2 of them? I thought she already put a ceiling fan up. Sorry, I thought she already put one up.
Well, I don't know. I mean, she just had... There was a box sitting on the counter, when the
right. I
microwave
guess I just assumed it was the one she had put up. It might have been another one. She might have got another one. I don't really know, but
maybe.
I just know she tried to lie on me when my when PayPal shut the PayPal pools down and then they redid their contract or whatever the fuck it was, whatever, they redid their paperwork and shit and set up a new they set up a new way to do PayPal pools on there. Anyhow, she tried to say it was because I bought my daughter a car. Well, actually I didn't, but this is actually, in my opinion, from what I've been told and shown, she bought herself a new car.
Yep.
And it was said because she travels so much that she needs to have it. So, well, I mean, that's your choice, but I'd be careful buying anything like that when you have an anti-slap against you. Because I'm sure those PayPal, Venmo, and Cash Apps will be mentioned in that anti-slap too as well. So,
and I'm sure it'll also be mentioned that she doesn't have a mortgage on her house because she talks about how her house is paid for.
When they do a sweep of your assets, it'll all pop up. It'll all pop up. So I ain't tripping on it. And listen, you're gonna be fucking dealing with this anti-slap. It'll be so. Karma's a bitch, right? Comes back tenfold.
I cannot believe.
Listen, you're lucky. Gotta let you watch, and we got a front fucking row seat here. Let me pass the popcorn your way.
I cannot believe how delusional her and Brittany are on how much money they're gonna owe.
Oh my God. Listen, I can't fucking wait. I cannot fucking wait to rub that shit in. LFT says here, I think it's come on, y'all. Let's get those thumbs up. There's X amount of people in here right now. If we can get to 500, I'll try to give some memberships. I guess I should have said that in my country accent. Hold on. Let's see here. Let me hold on. Hold on. Hold, please. Come on, y'all. Come on. Let's get those thumbs up there. There's 1,300 people in here right now. If we can get 500, if we can get to 500, I'll try to give some more memberships. Did I do okay, LFT? Did I get it that time?
Now you need to wheeze. Okay, I'm done.
Basket of rats. Grab that basket of rats over there. Up, up. Shh. Thanks for the alcohol. Hey. Shh. We killed it on that one.
That this landfill.
Oh, and you know what else too? Let me see. We forgot to play this too. We forgot to play our new Make It Rain with the super rats because she's so fucking mad about it.
I think we got a super rat. Super rat. Super rat. I think we got a super rat, so make it rain fat.
Make it rain fat. That kills me.
I know, she cracked me the fuck up. And I was like, because she was so mad. She's like, really, Jay? Really? Make it rain? We've been saying that this whole time. Really, Jay? Really?
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Wow, guys. Wow. Did you hear that? Wow.
And she does the bruh thing in like 2 syllables. She's like, bruh, I'm like, what the entire fuck? I swear to God. So bizarre.
Bruh.
Yeah, it's
All right.
stupid.
Let's do our regular.
I got a fupa chat, a fupa chat.
Oh my Lord.
You got a fupa chat?
Oh, thank you.
Say it, I love.
I think I got a fupa chat.
Felons? Thank you for the fupa chat.
I think I got a fupa chat.
That shit is funny, boy.
My goodness.
Oh, brother.
Oh, I do believe after reviewing all the footage of the news reporters that there was something that they took. They did take something out of that landfill. We don't know what, but there were items removed. Okay.
Well, how do you know that?
100-
If you don't know what items were removed and you don't know what, then how are you going to say you know anything about it being taken at all? You don't know that, Betty. You're just assuming that, in my opinion, and throwing it the fuck out there to see what'll stick. Cut that shit out. It's how misinformation station Justin over there and you started your bullshit. Oh, and by the way, let's just go ahead and get this out here right fucking now. The tragedy fucking pimps came from, first of all, Savage started calling people tragedy pimps. We were already calling people out for the shit they were fucking doing. And when we came together, we all called the tragedy fucking pimps out. Oh, fucking Sludge Knuckles, CPS, FOIA girl, you know, CPS and FOIA girl were both fucking involved in calling that shit out too.
100% above anything else. These, there was something, I don't know what, because there was 2 different reporters, 2 different ones that indicated law enforcement taking what they found for processing. And so that tells me that something came out of that landfill. I don't know if it's a mattress. I think a mattress, who's that, Criminal Theory in Action? Thank you for that question. It could be. Now, understand.
Well, you have been there when they've done, when they've found stuff in a landfill, and you've been there to know if they found something of value or of anything of importance, they wouldn't have all packed the fuck up and left and went home. Okay? Come on.
Well, and I think a mattress would be really, really noticeable.
Right. Let's see. Purple Dragon Shell. Hold on. Hearing you laugh just makes me smile so big. You have a warm heart. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, baby. Thank you for the super sticker. All right, here we go.
And that I don't have a crystal ball and I don't know, but the way
Well,
everything sounded
listen,
is it didn't
thank God for that.
sound like it was a large item. It sounded like it was something smaller, garbage, like that could be bagged up. But again, I'm not out there. We don't know what they have. We do know that there was a mattress in their garage, and that alleged mattress is supposed to be for Faith, allegedly, or something to that effect. Or that was a new mattress for Sebastian's bed. Allegedly, he kept wetting. Maybe they needed to replace it. I don't know. It's a little sus to me. But I do believe they did garner something out of this, because I never understood why they didn't stay there and go through it more. And it's my opinion, they either found what they were looking for.
Right there. So, okay, you're trying to say they found something in this landfill, right? But they did not stay and go through it any further. They just packed up shop and left. They packed up, closed down shop, and took the fuck off. But you want people to think and believe that they actually found something worth a fucking here. Stop it, Betty. Fucking stop. That's bullshit. And I hope people call you the fuck out for trying to start more shit and drum up more fucking rumors. This right here is fucking horse shit, and you know it is. Jeez, man.
Just wait until they talk about the flashlight video. She gets way worse.
Oh, gee. Oh, joy.
Yep.
All right, let's see.
Or they thought they were going to find something else and didn't want to keep looking for it. But I'd have to believe that if law enforcement was looking for something specific and they still had a mountain of stuff to go through, they would have went through that mountain of stuff to find that something. So by them being done after day 3, I feel like they found what they were looking for. I'm sorry, I just do.
We have nothing. We just have speculations. We get criticized. The father.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Yep, there it is. We have nothing. Nobody has anything. They have absolutely nothing, and everyone still gets criticized. Mainly by you, Betty. There it is. There it is. There it is.
He even said that the father gets criticized.
Yep. There it is. Even the police station, he even brings them into it. There it is. Jeez, man. God dang. Come on, Bo. Hold on, I gotta finish covering him up here. Look, I got Nala Jean over here snoring her little self off. Snoring, look, she's snoring her little head off. Vu over here snoring her fucking little, little house hippo self. She's cracking me up. Her fucking little lip is like every time she snores, her little lip fucking bubbles up like flaps.
Get that little.
And then I got Duke over here with his nose like half out because he's breathing all hard out of his blanket, but then his back half is uncovered, and I can see him like trying to kick his foot to get himself covered back up again.
My great nephew, he's experiencing that bottom lip. Like he's like finally figuring it out and figuring out that if he like puckers that or like moves his bottom lip, that like we're gonna take off running towards him.
Too funny. And then listen, I got to see this cute picture. See, we used to have 4 boxers, and I had one that was all white and one that was like a fawn color, and she was really chubby. Then I had another one that was like fawn with the black face, and then I had one that was like a Brendel color with white on his chest. And she fucking sent me these pictures of these baby boxers, like these puppies that are boxers. Oh my god.
I can't.
I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. I want to have 50 more dogs. Then I'm like, no, I don't. They grow up and turn into dukes. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Listen, B Tim's not here, so we're gonna not talk bad about dogs.
Well, yeah. BHB's going to jail. Yeah, you know what though? Listen, I think she's scared because I think she already knows. Grand jury meets up. Texana will be going to court here in the next week or two or whatever. she's
Texana
got
goes
going on.
tomorrow.
Oh, does she? Oh, yeah, she does go tomorrow, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Well,
And
you know
then
what? I hope with everything she's got going on, I hope everything goes good tomorrow for her. Or
yeah, and
whenever,
then I think
whatever she's got going on.
Betty goes back. I think it's the 23rd of May.
Yeah, something like that. I got it
Yeah,
written down.
because Clue has to go in the morning.
Oh, well, there you go.
I think Clue ain't Chris, because didn't Chris get subpoenaed too? Isn't
Do
that what
what?
he said? I said, I think it's Clue and Chris. I think, didn't Chris say on one of the panels that he was up on that he got subpoenaed too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so he'll be there in the morning too. I wonder if Seth will be there.
I don't know. I don't know. He should be though, right? I mean, it's his court date, so why? I wonder. Can he be in? Hold on. Can he be arrested if he doesn't show up or no? How does that work?
I mean, I would think that or a judgment would be granted, like one of the two.
Oh, I guess. Oh, well, yeah. Because if he's a no-show, can they do the judgment like right then and there? They're gonna have to do another court date.
I don't know. I don't know how it works in Tennessee, but I mean, it's not
Yeah,
going to look good.
I'm not sure how it works either, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not either.
All right, here we go.
We have a man that's more focused on himself and his wife than anybody else. It's like every single interview, they forget they have a 16-year-old boy missing that's been missing for over a year, and God knows what he's going through. But goodbye. This man can't get off the fact that the whole world thinks him and his wife are guilty. Well, if you didn't act like this and didn't make it about yourself, maybe the public opinion might be different. But continuing to do the same things over and over again, that is the reason why we think you're the guilty as shit, or they're guilty as shit, right? They keep doing it over and over and over again. This is not about them two. This is about this boy right here. And every opportunity they have to make it about this boy, it comes right back to them. Right back to them. Never flipping fails. Right back to them. It's sick. To me, this is sick. They can't figure out why everybody is looking at them like a suspect. When every time they open their blessed mouth, it's about them. Nobody gives a shit about them. We only care about the 16-year-old boy that's missing. Let's bring him home before we worry about military trained parents' feelings. Okay? I have to think that part of that military training taught them how to buckle up, Buttercup. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe our military is a bunch of pansies. Maybe.
Whoa, Betster. Whoa, you're crossing lines here that you shouldn't be crossing, Jack.
Yeah.
Wow, you're calling military pansies? Bitch.
Yeah.
Are you serious right fucking now? I know the fuck you didn't. I know you didn't.
Betty, why don't you take your fat, ugly ass over to the Persian Gulf and get your fat ass out there and swim to the bottom of the ocean and see if you can find my loved one that died in service so you can sit here and run your fucking mouth about our military. Fuck you.
Oh, yeah, she just offended a lot of fucking people with that.
That's what it is. Maybe we spend billions of dollars a year to teach men and women to be pansies. Maybe that's it. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Let's listen to it instead of it being about Sebastian. Now, remember, this is the missing person case of Sebastian Rogers, not the whiny, complaining parents about their feelings. But, when it comes to a PUSSY, like Christopher Proudfoot, it's all about his girly feelings.
Well, see, the biggest problem is they have a fucking psychotic lunatic that they have to fucking deal with, that they have to go to court for and have court dates and, deal with dumb fuck ass shit by some, money making clown fucking circus. And, the biggest fucking clown that runs the show, in my opinion, Betty, they're dealing with that bullshit on top of their missing child because, there's a group of fucksticks that have done nothing but, in my opinion, cause fucking damage to this case. and turned it into the fucking shit show that it is now that nobody wants anything to fucking do with.
Why didn't she say that to Terry Bowersock's face when she confronted him in the car? If she was such a badass, why didn't she call him a PUSSY to his face? Or Chris Proudfoot, why didn't she yell that while she was out there stalking his ass at the campground?
Well, because we all know Betty's scared unless she's behind her computer screen.
Exactly.
They had found nothing.
Here we go.
We have nothing. We just have
Wah.
speculations. We get criticized. The father gets criticized.
Why does the father get criticized, Mr. Proudfoot? I'd like him to answer that, but he probably won't. I bet you none of the creators that he talks to.
The same fucking reason why Chris and Katie do. That's why. The same fucking reason why Chris and Katie do.
Or speaks about, will ask him that. Why is Seth being criticized? You want to know why? Because these two people you see on your screen right now decided to lay in bed with felons and drug addicts that like to protect.
Well, Betty, they're not over there hanging with you. What are you talking about? Huh? What are you talking about? They're not over there with you.
And Seth gets criticized for his own fucking actions, Betty. Nobody's making up a story that he was sitting up on BJ's panel pretending like he was whacking off to his son's picture in the background.
And let's see, we have Nicholas Hatzafitz out on a fucking parole. Right now, active parole, wearing a fucking ankle monitor. We have Betty, who is an active fucking criminal, out on a $20,000 fucking bond, currently being a menace to society.
Who is facing the grand jury.
Who just signed his fucking houses over to his goddamn wife, in my opinion, trying to fucking skedaddle his assets because he knows he's a fucked, super double, triple fucked. Who's also got, in my opinion, a shit ton of fucking lawsuits and bullshit that he's already had himself involved in since, back 20 years ago. We got fucking Seth over here hanging out with all these alleged criminals who run his fucking financial assets that he's got to ask Tony for $50 fucking just to use his own goddamn money. But, Mr. Ponzi fucking scheme shouldn't be able to run anyone's fucking money. Tony.
Well, and don't forget, Betty's facing the grand jury next month, so she's well on her way to getting that felon status.
Little criminal going before the grand jury. Actively out here committing fucking,
She's pending being a felon.
Right, your fucking felony's pending, bitch.
That's right.
Guilty parents. Why would two parents that are missing a child go to content creators that protect bad people? Does that make the whole...
I don't know. Why did Sean do that? Why the fuck did Sean do that? Why did he send out C&Ds? Why did he fucking file a goddamn injunction with a bunch of fucking criminals? Questions that need fucking answers, Betty, Andra.
Whole world think that they're innocent when they go and lay in bed with the ugliest, most vile creatures on these streets that don't...
I don't know. Sounds to me like you're holding up and looking in a goddamn mirror. If not, you should be. You'll see yourself and Tony and Sean in the reflection of that son of a bitch.
Don't mind wielding their
projection much.
Criminality toward judges, toward people, stalking people, ripping their lives apart. These people brought those people into the world of Seth Rogers because of their feelings, because everybody's looking at them.
Says the motherfuckers who filed an injunction over their feelings. Says the motherfuckers who just got hit with the motherfucking anti-slap. Crybaby motherfuckers.
Well, says the motherfucker who, in my opinion, only goes after Chris because he was smart enough not to return your fucking phone call.
I'd say we got somebody that's fucking mad over here. Mad. Stay mad. Stay crying, Betty, because what's this? The second one you filed 2 frivolous lawsuits on me over your hurt feelers. Because I hurt your feelings. Of Cry baby ass.
I hope she got that discovery in.
Let's listen to their feelings again. Why not?
We just have speculations.
Well, she turned in some horse shit. I haven't read it all yet, but it's definitely not what the fuck she was told to turn in. That's for sure. But when does this fucking goofy fuck ever listen? I mean, comprehension is a motherfucker, man.
I don't think anybody's surprised.
Law enforcement's been criticized.
Online sleuths are really analyzing videos and creating their own theories. Sebastian is putting something in his pocket.
Surveillance footage from a neighbor shows 2 people outside of Sebastian's house that night.
Boom. And she's absolutely right.
Something happened.
Tonight marks 1.
Oh, is she? Then why is Sean telling everybody it's a trash truck? Why did he go on Pascal's and tell everyone that it was a trash truck, that there was no flashlights out there? Can you ask Sean that?
One year since Sebastian Rogers disappeared near Beach High School in Sumner County.
My life is not the same without my son.
Oh, you mean out of all the crap Seth is going through, he's not talking
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, you know, those 6 days a month really got Seth bent out of shape, huh? Forget Katie raising him the other 24 days out of the month, because, you know, she's the mother. She carried him and raised him and has taken care of him. And, you know, we have Super Dad that gets him every other fucking weekend and doesn't have to discipline and, you know, doesn't have to be strict and doesn't have to deal with the emotions and doesn't have to deal with the everyday bullshit or, you know, the emotions and teenager problems, because in their eyes, their fucking problems are huge.
And doesn't have to give him his nighttime medicine.
Or goes and works 14 fucking hours. You only get fucking 4 days out of the month with them, but you go work 14 hours shift, 14-hour shifts, and leave him at home to his own, to your devices, to your fucking games, to your fucking people. And that's the thing, too. In my opinion, he was playing games with kids that were way fucking older than him.
Yeah, I just wonder why that wasn't put out when Seth
that was
first
lied
came to
about.
social media.
It was lied about. He said that he didn't have access to the internet. Sean said that at first.
Right.
So he was lying.
about his feelings. He's not talking about social media's criticism of him.
No, you know what's really fucked up is Chris every fucking time has still spoke highly of Seth until the other day when he got tired of his shit and he made one comment. Normally Chris and Katie are sticking up for Seth, but you know what? He's a pompous asshole, so he can't do the same. He can't do the same for Katie and Chris, especially when he's got you know, a little demon on his fucking shoulder sitting there fucking running her cockbox nonstop.
We've listened to him be put through a meat grinder, a lot worse than the parents we suspect of doing something to this child. I can guarantee that. Yet he hasn't brought up.
Kind of like all the same shit you did to Summer Wells' family, right? Because you did all the same bullshit you're doing now to them.
Well, and there's nobody out stalking Seth, but Chris and Katie and Chris's parents have been stalked and harassed by this woman on the screen. So I don't think Seth had it as bad as Chris and Katie when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Not at all. And Seth's parents are not being stalked the fuck down and called and threatened and harassed like Chris's parents are.
Right.
Like
and
Katie's parents are.
Having some lunatic run up to them.
Living their best life, not having shit done to them, not saying a fucking word. They don't even give a fuck to come on here and speak on their grandson anymore.
Right.
They're not
and they don't have
okay
to
with the shit that Seth is doing. They've made that very clear.
They don't have to worry about some lunatic running up on their car in the middle of traffic, sitting at a red light.
And then being sent $50 for a fucking steak afterwards by Tony, running his mouth once again.
Up one thing he has gone through searching for his son, even though we've watched it unfold here on social media. You don't hear him talking about himself or his freaking feelings.
Are
I
you
like Christina
kidding
too.
me?
I like Christina too.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's all he fucking does.
But you don't hear Seth talking about or getting in his feelings. Only
Yes, the fuck you. That's all he fucking does. Look at that goddamn face. Pause game on fucking point. Because fuck you, Betty. Miss Glory dropping another 5 of them on us. Thank you, Miss Glory. I appreciate that, love. Look at that fucking pause game on point right there. All ugly little squished up face. Didn't your mom tell you you're going to get wrinkles in between your eyebrows?
only the military trained pansies. Only the military trained pansies.
Are you fucking kidding me? Military trained pansies, Betty? Are you fucking kidding me?
She's so fucking dumb. I swear to God.
Keep running that little vile ass cock box of yours.
What a disgrace to the military those two people are.
Wow.
Tonight marks 1 year since Sebastian Rogers disappeared.
You got
near
some
Beach High
fucking
School in
nerve,
Sumner
bitch.
County.
My life is not the same without my son. He's not here. He's somewhere.
Oh, really? My life is not the same. My boy, my son, my life. All I hear is my out of his fucking mouth. But he doesn't talk about himself, though, right, Betty?
I think his eyes are fucking crazy looking in this part.
Oh, I think, in my opinion, I think he was crying and deliberately getting them all puffed up because he knows this is national television here, that this will be all over.
Yeah. We just heard his statement. Now
let's go back and listen to that real quick because all I heard was my.
In Sumner County.
My life is not the same.
My life is not the same. Let's hear this thing. He said, my life is not the same. Let's hear the next one.
Without my son.
Without my son.
He's not here. He's somewhere.
He's not here, but he's somewhere. My boy, my son. Actually, no, it's Katie's son as well. So it would be our boy, our son. That's how you should be saying it.
We just heard his statement. Now let's go back to mom and dad's statement. Let's listen to their statement compared to Seth's statement.
We have nothing. We just have speculations. We get criticized.
We have nothing. We have speculation, and we get criticized. Kim B dropping 5 on us. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you, baby. Listen to this.
To Seth's statement.
We have nothing. We just have speculations. We get criticized. The father gets criticized.
We have nothing. Just speculation. We get criticized. The father gets criticized. So even so here, they're bringing up Seth as part of them being, all of the parents being criticized, attacked, talked shit to, and lied on, etc.
Yeah, he's bringing it up as them as a whole.
Right. Not just we or me. No.
Law enforcement's been criticized.
Law enforcement's been criticized. We have been. The father has been.
All right. So now let's go back to the father. Let's go back to the father and see if he's bitching about everything he's gone through. Law enforcement ain't bitching about what they're going through.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Wow. Jesus Christ, man, look, you don't even know what the fuck you're even talking about, Betster. I just cannot with her bullshit on this right here.
Seth ain't bitching about what he's going through. Hell, I'm not bitching about what.
Yes, he is, and yes, the fuck you are, and that's all you've been fucking doing. You both are some crybaby ass motherfucking bitches.
What I'm going through, but 2 military trained pansies are complaining about what they're going through on the heels of their missing child. Sick and twisted.
Same without my son. He's not here. He's somewhere. Someone has him.
This year has been the worst nightmare I could have imagined come alive.
Just whoever has him. Just give him back. He's my son.
Never once heard those statements ever come out of the military trained pansy's mouth. This father's broken and he wants answers for his son.
Well,
you stupid bitch. You just heard Katie say This has been the worst year of her life. It's been a complete nightmare. What else the fuck do you want her to say? Did Seth ever say Sebastian's name in this whole interview?
No, just my.
Yeah.
Yeah, the grand jury will love this.
He ain't complaining about the meat grinder he's going through. He will go.
He cries about it every fucking day.
Go through 1,000 meat grinders to find his blessed son instead of complaining about his pansy ass.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. He'd file fucking frivolous injunctions and throw C&Ds out there and throw crybaby ass fucking fit and then have fuck sticks like you and criminals like you and other fucking criminals sitting the fuck around acting like they're gonna fucking help his ass, but really you're dragging him the fuck down with you, in my opinion.
Feelings like the mom and stepdad.
Like the real parents.
You can feel it.
Chris and
So
Katie.
we want to talk about theories now, Payne, and what might have happened with Sebastian. What are your thoughts?
I mean, here's his house. They searched miles outside of that neighborhood for days. Helicopters on the ground. They even drained a lake. He's nowhere. I don't think Sebastian would have gone outside on his own. There's someone else involved here.
There's someone else involved here. Now, we're going to stop it there because I got a lot of stuff to present to you. We're already at 57 minutes in the show. So all of the experts from the 4 panelists, including the host, agree there's foul play. Okay. Now let's break this down to the foul play element. Okay. What was
Betty?
No. What they said was there's someone else involved. Meaning other than the parents who you seem to be stuck the fuck on.
And if there was foul play, nobody on that show, not one time, insinuated that it was any parent.
Right.
Something you can't seem to do.
I'm looking for something. I gotta pull this up real quick for you guys.
Okay. I mean, she just cannot fathom the fact that it could like something else could have possibly happened, like him being lured out, him, running off with someone else doing something to him.
Right.
And in that same show, someone said that their cars and phones had been vetted by the FBI. But of course, Betty doesn't remember them saying that because she didn't make a big deal out of it. She can't have her audience hear that part. And I wonder what Betty's little front row Joe friends would think about her calling the military pansies.
No, you know what? We're about to watch this real quick because it's only about, 10 minutes? And we're going to see what they say. Because I'm pretty sure he says, do not take it out on the parents. There's other people involved. Pretty sure he fucking says that. But since I can't find it and don't know where he says it at, we're going to listen to this little 8-minute video here that they had yesterday, which is the AMW, the video they have. We're gonna watch it all real quick, and I'm not gonna interrupt it. We're gonna watch it all, and then tell me what you guys. We'll stop it when he says when Derek's the one that says it, but he says, and the parents are innocent until proven guilty. You'll know what I'm talking about. I'll try to stop it when he says it.
Missing and exploited children. Thank you so very much, everyone, for joining us. Let's get to our first case now. A missing child, Sebastian Rogers. On February 25th, 2024, Sebastian's mother said goodnight to her 15-year-old son. The next morning, Sebastian was gone.
I mean, I've seen juvenile, me a white male, 3 blonde hair, with my 5 foot, my hair tied down. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Didn't know that was a part of the autism.
Didn't go around.
Sebastian is tall and skinny, has a contagious smile, loves video games, loves cats.
Boundless amounts of energy. Sebastian reminds me of a deer prancing through the woods, you know, enjoying the smell, the breeze, new things. That's my son.
February 25th, the day before Sebastian went missing, Chris was in Memphis at work. So Sebastian and I went to Texas Roadhouse. After dinner, right around 9 o'clock, he laid down. I heard a noise in his room. I said, I don't care what you're doing, but you got to knock it off and you got to go to bed. And he answered, yes, ma'am. I said, okay. And that was the last time that I spoke with Sebastian. The next morning, when I went in his room, he wasn't in his bed. After a minute or two, when I couldn't find him, I called Chris and I said, I can't find Sebastian. He's not in the house.
I got off work and I had a text message from Sebastian's stepfather.
I said, hey, I don't know how to tell you this, but Sebastian's missing.
I headed straight over to their house.
I started driving through the neighborhood. I was panicking. I was looking everywhere. Like, where is he? What happened? Did he go with someone? Did someone take him? By the time I pulled into the school, Christopher was already telling me to turn around because the authorities were on their way.
They used helicopters, they used drones, they used ATVs, horseback.
An extensive search didn't yield one significant lead or even a glimpse of the boy on any doorbell cam video. Days later, investigators combed through a landfill, still saying they had found nothing.
We have nothing. We just have speculations. We get criticized, the father gets criticized, law enforcement's been criticized.
Online sleuths are really analyzing videos and creating their own theories.
Sebastian is putting something in his pocket.
Surveillance footage from a neighbor shows 2 people outside of Sebastian's house that night. Something happened.
Tonight, March 1, Sebastian Rogers disappeared near Beach High School in Sumner County.
My life is not the same without my son. He's not here, and he's somewhere. Someone has him.
This year has been the worst nightmare I could have imagined come alive.
Just wants whoever has him. Just give him back. It's my son.
Wow, that dad. You can feel it. So we want to talk about theories now, Payne, and what might have happened with Sebastian. What are your thoughts?
I mean, here's his house. They searched miles outside of that neighborhood for days. Helicopters on the ground. They even drained a lake. He's nowhere. I don't think Sebastian went outside on his own. There's someone else involved here. Somebody who was familiar to him, but a stranger to everyone else.
We also consider he could have left on his own volition. We know children on the autism spectrum tend to wander. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, nearly half all children on the autism spectrum will go missing at some point from their environment.
Wow.
But I think something caused him to flee his home. Was that into the open arms of a predator? Or was there a roaming predator that just happened to see Sebastian walking down through the neighborhood?
And to me, one thing that stands out is his shoes. He always wore his shoes, according to his mom.
Yeah. She shared a story that as a younger boy, he walked through a pile of dirt, turned out to be a bed of fire ants, and he had a thing about always wearing his socks and shoes. I can't think that a 15-year-old child would get up in the middle of the night and leave without his shoes in February. It's cold. So for me, that says that someone has come and taken him, or someone else is involved. Someone knows something. And as easy as it is to be like, oh, that could never happen. Like, your bedroom is the safest place in the world. Well, no, bedrooms are not the safest place in the world. I was taken from my bedroom. It can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
So when you consider what you just said, Elizabeth, and according to Katie, that night, she goes to bed, he goes to bed, then around 10 p.m., there's a bump or a thud. She calls out to him. He says, I'm fine, yes, ma'am, I'll stop moving. And then that's the end of it. And according to her, when she went to bed, the doors were locked. And when she woke up, the doors were locked. Were the windows locked? That's a big question. Were they secure? Because if they weren't, it could mean one of two things. That thud, him responding, was someone else in there with him?
Or someone was with him and going.
Exactly.
So I do want to bring up this home security camera footage. This looks like foot traffic right in here.
Yeah, if you look at the footage here, you can see subject number 1 allegedly, right? It looks like something that's illuminated, which, by the way, we haven't mentioned it yet. According to Katie, there was a flashlight that Sebastian liked using that was missing. So you consider that, it does look like 2 people holding flashlights.
Yes, that paints a picture that is foul play.
Yes.
So I want to help the public now. We want to find Sebastian. What do you say to people, Elizabeth?
First of all, to the 16-year-olds of the
So they said yes to the foul play. Okay, now let's listen.
country, the high school age, really. If you know someone who looks like Sebastian, if you know something about Sebastian, tell your parents, call into the show, call the police, report it. This might be the break that we need. To the parents, if you have seen a 16-year-old boy that looks like Sebastian, do not be afraid to pick up the phone and call.
There is a $50,000 reward to help find him. Sebastian Rogers was about 5'5" when he was last seen, and he wears glasses. Sebastian is not comfortable with strangers.
If you're someone from this small town and you're in this neighborhood, check your cameras. There might be someone sitting on some doorbell cameras footage. I bet you he's in this small town in Tennessee.
Wow, that's an interesting theory.
But this isn't the most rural area in the world. We're not talking about out in the Rocky Mountains. This is a neighborhood
There's
where
a highway going this up.
There's high foot traffic everywhere and still no sign of him.
Wow. Thank you to our team of experts. And you all know our purpose is to examine these cases and give people watching information so they can bring the missing home. And I want to thank Callahan. I'm so glad that you're with us right now. We'll see you next week. And that is fantastic.
So I played 2 of his Derek's before he came on, and it might have been on that one that he says, be careful blaming the parents. They could be innocent.
Yep. And again, if somebody suspects foul play, nobody has said that it could be, nobody's insinuated that's any of the parents. Just ignorant Betty out here running her mouth.
Right. And there's Elizabeth Smart right on there with them.
She's so pretty.
Yeah, she really is. And she's really made, a good, she's really, she's made it really far. And she's made a good, good place for people to come and, talk to her and talk with her about her experience and stuff that they've experienced. I think that's pretty neat.
Right. And I did catch this morning, I thought it was pretty weird. Because, it was when Betty was reviewing that America's Most Wanted, and, they talked about the $50,000 reward or whatever, and she instantly was like, At Night has the $447,000 reward. I know where that money's coming from. It's legit. And I'm like, no. That's a lie. Like, you don't know where this money's coming from because you obviously haven't read the terms and conditions. And that's why none of these places are even mentioning that reward. But I mean, it's in my opinion that I know the reason why Betty can't say anything bad about them or Seth or Tony is because she signed her name to a little dotted line at the bottom of an NDA form, in my opinion. Diamond Girl, who are you talking about? I don't know. I mean, I would think, if I had someone promising me all these high hopes and stuff like At Night does, and then turn around and, lose my ass in a lawsuit, I would, I'd be asking some questions. Is Diamond Girl getting ready to hit that link? It wouldn't surprise me, Demon Chihuahua, because that
Do
recording
what?
came out. I don't know. Somebody's in here running their mouth, but I was answering Demon Chihuahua. She said somebody was saying that Justin last night told his audience that he had lost his faith in At Night, and I'm curious if that's true. And I said, I don't know. It very well could be because that
Well, what's the
recording came
thing?
out.
Give us the timestamp. We'll go play it. And the link's pinned for anybody that wants it.
Hey, Queen. Sorry, I'm cute. Or is she quiet? Hope y'all are doing well.
Hi, Wing. How are you, babes?
I'm all right. Working a little bit of late nights, but I wanted to come up here and say hi to you.
Well, hello, baby. Hello, Archie.
Oh, trust me, he says hi.
Hi, buddy. What you doing, bud? I hear you back there.
I'm not sure what happened. Everybody up here just got real quiet.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm here.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I had Archie had to put him outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a talker, and when he hears me start talking, he's like, "Oh, I want to involve myself."
Of course.
But yeah, no. This whole situation, I'm just like, I don't think any of the parents have any like parts of it at all. That's just me.
Yeah, I don't either.
Seth does make himself really like suspicious, but I really don't think he has anything to do with anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just his whole, attitude about everything, to me, the way he's like, my son, he's going to come home to me,
Yeah, no, that just shows what type of man he is. Like, he feels like he's dominant. Like, I don't, but yeah, no,
Yeah, and then, like, he's like, I did this with my son. I did that with my son. I taught my son this, and it's like no acknowledgement that his mother had him, for 26 days out of a whole entire month. But,
yeah.
Again, that stuff shouldn't even be talked about because, that's not bringing Sebastian home. But that's the way that, Seth tells, his story or whatever. And I think it's weird to me.
Yeah, no, and trust me, I had a lot of feelings on him when he was like, "Oh well, Chris couldn't produce a girl." I was like,
Right.
Well,
and then like Seth talks about like
I mean, you need women. Like, trust me, I have a lot of words on that too. I'm like, come on.
Right. And like that talks about like, you know, him like taking showers and and then how he just referenced, Sebastian was like a deer prancing in the woods. Like those are just weird to me.
Yeah, no, I understand.
But then you've got people like attacking Chris and Katie, for no reason, but then, can talk about his son like this.
Yeah. Well, I won't lie. The only thing I have against this interview, I just felt like it wasn't long enough. Like, I felt like they could have put more into it.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that that's any of the parents' fault. I think it's just
No,
the
no,
way.
no, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, heck, they probably interviewed each of them, or all three of them, for probably an hour or so. But then they just cut it
Yeah,
down to.
true, because they only have a time slot. You can only, yeah,
Mhm.
you're right. You're right. You're right on that one.
And so I'm sure that there was probably a whole lot more discussed, but they edit it to what they want to play and stuff like that. Like, especially like if you've ever been interviewed for the news, and you can go on and tell a whole story, but then you're gonna get a minute airtime, and they pick and choose what they're gonna air. That's not up to you.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I understand that.
So all these people out here like, Chris and Katie didn't say this and didn't say that. You don't know that because you don't know what was said through the whole entire time.
Yeah, touche.
Is that your little doggy?
Damn, you can hear it from that far.
Mm.
He is upset. He's like, "You're on Queen's Live and I'm not there."
Yeah, yeah.
The show. I am your avatar.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's a knucklehead.
Yeah, I mean, I've been interviewed for the news, or with the news, many, many, many times, and like especially when my loved one, was killed in action overseas. That was national news, and plus we had all of our local channels, and so I interviewed all the local channels like on the day that everybody found out that it happened, and then of course they were all at the funeral home, they were all at the cemetery, like they followed us everywhere, and so like thank you. I was out there for probably 45 minutes, interviewing with everybody. But then when, the news came on, like our local channels, I mean, I got a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and I had no idea what they were going to, which part of it, they were going to put out there. So, you know, I think it's just, and like I said, I didn't have any say in that. So I think that that's the same way with Chris and Katie. And um, with Seth also. What are you talking about, Diamond Girl? That's why she was annoyed with Sebastian. Who? Are you talking about Katie? And annoyed with him? How? You're more than welcome to take the link and, tell your side and why you feel a certain way. Like, nobody's gonna do anything or say anything, but no, nobody's gonna be ugly or anything.
All right, let's listen to this.
Of Sebastian, and obviously many people did, but as far as we can tell, there were no confirmed sightings ever reported. By the end of the day on February 27th, searchers had covered more than 2,000 miles on foot, but there was still no sign of Sebastian anywhere. At this point, Sebastian's family had not spoken to the media, leading to many questions from the public. On February 28th, the TBI issued a statement explaining the family's decision to remain private. The statement read in part, quote, "We have been requested by the family to let local media know that they are not in a position to speak or be available to the media at this time. We, the TBI, have told them that while we would relay their message, it would be the decision of the individual media outlets and reporters to proceed as they see fit. I found this statement very interesting, and I'm interested to hear what you guys think as well, because we've had statements from law enforcement before on behalf of the family, and usually they ask straight up, we'd like you to respect the privacy of the family during this difficult time. Didn't seem like they were doing that. It seemed more like they were saying, hey, listen, we're coming out here. We're just the messenger. We may not necessarily agree with this decision. And ultimately, although we're relaying this message, reporters, journalists, if you want to go after them and you want to pressure them, we can't stop you. Maybe I'll.
And I feel like they did that in this case because of all the bullshit going on in the the injunction. You know, even though the injunction wasn't going when this started, I feel like they already knew that there was bullshit going on with the whole Betty situation and freedom of speech. They, you know what I'm saying? They don't suggest it, but they can't stop you either.
Right.
You know? And of course, with everybody screaming they're corrupt, they're corrupt, they're corrupt, I'm sure they probably just said, hey, we're just the messenger. We're just, you know what I mean? We're just letting you know they want no parts of this. We're not speaking for them or on their behalf. We're just telling you what they said.
Exactly.
Which, I mean, I don't really see anything wrong with that. That's how they work. That's how they work. You know what I mean? That's what it is, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm looking too deep into it. Maybe I'm reading too much in between the lines, but I think they could have been a lot more aggressive and to the point with their statement by saying, hey, we want you to leave them alone. And although there's nothing legally they can do if journalists decide not to, they can still show a position of authority and highly recommend, highly suggest that the family be left alone, at least for the immediate future. And that's not what I got from this statement. Now, as far as...
Well, when he initially went missing, there wasn't a bunch of fucking weirdos doing weird shit. Betty didn't get involved in this case until 4 months into it. We were already involved in this case about 3 weeks into it. 2 weeks, I'd say about 2 weeks into it. So the shit show didn't start until Betty got involved, in my opinion, when she started talking about waterboarding Katie. And, you know, at that point, Seth had been on probably 15 different panels already. Chris and Katie didn't come out and initially speak because they, you know, they were more worried about finding their son than they were social media and, you know, impressing people on social media. Which, like I said, when we covered the very first case I ever covered that brought me to YouTube was the Michael Long case, and Kelly never spoke one time. Kelly's the mother, the wife, the ex-wife, the mother that was attacking, and Michael was using the internet to attack her. Michael was using the internet to get involved in a fucking terrible, horrific custody case that he made into a shit show circus. And she never one time ever came out and spoke to the media. Never one time came in the chat. Never one time went on a panel. Never one time went on the news.
Yeah, I never followed you on that case, but I know about it.
It's the very first case we fucking protected the hell out of her. There was only 30 people there was 30 of us against 300,000 of them.
Yeah, I think I started following you on that.
Yeah, their fucking group, their fucking you know, Sophie's Army group that they had had 300,000 people in it. We had 30 people in our group for Kelly.
Yeah.
Katie, Chris, and Seth's decision not...
Because why? Because he tried to make it out like she was abusing her fucking daughter when she never fucking abused her daughter, not one fucking time.
To speak to the media, I don't really have a problem with it. What are they really supposed to say? They know if they have half a brain that the media and people in the community are at least going to entertain the question, could they be responsible for whatever happened to Sebastian?
Right.
Katie was the last person with him. And we have to remember that the account of her last interaction with Sebastian is from her and can't really be corroborated or confirmed. So we're just going off her word. And you would love to believe the mother of the victim, but we know historically that's not always the case. Sometimes the person telling you the narrative is actually the person responsible. So it's an organic and natural question.
And that could be That's been true before, and it very well could be true. I don't feel like it is, in my opinion. I don't feel like Katie harmed Sebastian, in my opinion, at all. That's my opinion.
Yeah, in my opinion
Question for
too. I feel like none of the parents, in my opinion, none of the parents had anything to do with this.
Everyone to have, including investigators. So the only thing that Katie, Chris, and Seth are going to do at this point is say something that can be picked apart or misspeak and say something that is interpreted incorrectly and makes them look more guilty. So
right.
I think the best decision at this point is to stay quiet. But I will tell you, they didn't stay quiet for long, and we're going to talk about it right after this break.
Nope, they did not stay quiet for long.
Notice how the days are getting shorter. Percent off your. As I said at the top of the episode, all his shoes were accounted for. So for him to leave the house, he would have had to have left barefoot or in socks. So based on what they know of him, that's not something he would do. When they were asked what they thought happened, Katie and Chris said they believed that Sebastian must have walked away from the house sometime during the night. On March 4th, 1 week after Sebastian disappeared, the police held a press conference to provide an update. They said there were, quote, no leads and no details to indicate that Sebastian is not alive. Obviously, that's a good thing. Police also announced that the ground search would be scaled back while the investigation continued. They stated, quote, this does not diminish our commitment to finding Sebastian. This is simply us transitioning from a ground search to an investigative side. And this is just a reality of what happens in these types of cases. Now, I know some of you won't like what I'm about to say, but the reality is police departments aren't any different than any other organization that has to think about staffing and resources. So once leadership feels like every area where Sebastian could have been has been searched, and there's not even evidence that he could have been there, then at some point you have to reallocate staffing and resources to not only other cases, because think about it, there's also other crime going on concurrently at the same time, but also put those people that you do have, whatever officers you do have, in positions where they can make a difference. You don't want them searching areas just for the optics of it. You want them contributing in a productive way. So that may be taking an officer off the search and putting him on search warrants of particular houses. That may be taking an officer off the search and putting them on getting affidavits for any cell phone data that you want. That may be bringing multiple detectives in to start conducting interviews. These are all things that it's tough to do at the same time. So this, as they mentioned, is transitioning from that search capacity to the investigative capacity, where now they're trying to explore other alternatives that may lead to some new evidence that may help find Sebastian. So I don't have a problem with it. This needs to happen. It's never an easy thing to come out and say that the search is being pulled back. Right. Everyone looks at that in a negative light. And I see where you're coming from, because you're hoping that one day they just make an announcement and they find Sebastian hiding somewhere.
Wouldn't that be nice if he was found alive? And I just think that would be a miracle. But in my opinion, I don't think that's going to happen.
So when that doesn't happen, it's a punch to the gut, and I get it. But the ultimate goal is still the same. They got to find Sebastian. They got to reallocate the staffing and resources to areas where that is going to be the most advantageous to the overall investigation. And that's what they're doing here. So I'm on board with it. Now, that same day that law enforcement announced they were pulling back on the ground search, Sebastian's father, Seth, sat down with Fox 17 for an exclusive interview. And he said Sebastian was his whole life and he'd do anything to bring him home. He shared that if he could say one thing to Sebastian, it would be, quote, I miss you, bud. I'm waiting. I want to hear from you. Katie and Chris also spoke to the media about Sebastian's disappearance. And during their interview, Katie shared this message for her son. We love you so much, and we want you to come home. And you're not in trouble. I just want my baby to be okay. A few days later, on March 7th, the police searched the landfill in White Plains, Kentucky, which is where the trash from Sebastian's neighborhood was taken. Now, the police did come out and say that the search was just a precaution. No specific evidence had led them to the site. And after hours of searching, as far as we can tell, there was nothing of value located. So the investigation continued on.
Well, there we have it with the landfill. Why she tried to act like that was something just that they were there for a reason, that there was something there that. No, he said they searched it simply as a precaution. They didn't find anything there, and they continued on about their business.
Yeah, Betty likes to leave those
So
parts
up to this
out.
point, as you can see.
What?
I said, yeah, Betty seems to like to leave those parts out.
Well, yeah, of course she does.
Mm-hmm.
Law enforcement is just kind of going through the leads, just checking them off one by one. And by them going to this trash site, if they're telling the truth, it's just another thing that they're checking off the list to make sure that they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's. And they haven't really said much publicly about the case or what direction they're going in. And that's because it's new and they don't want to give anybody a heads up on what direction they're going in or who they could be looking at. But on March 14th, that all changed because a news outlet, WTVF, obtained surveillance footage showing activity in the backyard common area of Sebastian's home at around 3 a.m. on the night he disappeared. The area had no streetlights and was pitch black, but the video captured two specks of light moving around. WTVF speculated that the lights could have been from two people walking around with flashlights. So the footage I'm about to play is from News Channel 5, and I'm going to describe the footage for anyone who's listening on audio, but if you're up on YouTube, you're going to see it yourself right now and come to your own conclusions. And if it's something different than what I'm saying, please let me know down in the comments. Okay, so you see the one subject on the right here. You got something up in the left. I don't know what that is, but then subject 2 is going to pop up for a second. There it is, and then it goes away. And now you have this overview shot of Sebastian's home. This kind of gives you an idea of what it looked like when it was, during the day. So now back to this, you see subject 1. Again, I don't know what the top left is, that light there. There's subject 2. You see it come into the photo, goes away. But then what you're going to see, it kind of gets lost in maybe some bushes or something like that. There's a close-up of subject 1. And then you have subject 2 walking towards subject 1. They both go off frame. However,
now see, I could have swore Seth and Chris both said that was the damn trash truck.
Yeah, I
then you
know
just
for
see
sure that Seth did because he even said that when he was shown that video, he explained it as someone recorded it off of another device. So the screen was actually like a lot smaller on what they recorded it in. So, and then that's when he explained that the whole time was off in the trash truck.
Yeah, no, I remember it being that said that too. That's what I was trying to say. It was a sanitary.
Yeah, I think you got an echo, baby. There's some side here feedback, and I don't know if it's you or if it's me, but it's, I would say, small tongue girl. I think you just muted, but I don't hear it. No, I don't hear it now. Like, I don't hear it with you. No, I don't hear it anymore, baby. I don't hear it anymore. Go ahead. I'm sorry, honey. And maybe it was me.
Okay, no, I was just saying. Yeah, I heard the same thing. That Seth said no. Those lights were trash pickups, like sanitary. I've heard it too.
one subject coming back, running through the brushes again, but at a faster rate, a much faster rate. So there's the video, and I don't want to look too deep into it, but it's really hard not to, especially when you think about some of the factors that we do know. We're talking about a window of 6 hours. 3 o'clock in the morning would be right in that window of opportunity. How many people are walking around at 3 a.m. and happen to be in the backyard of the person who's currently missing? And if that's not enough, you also have the fact that the parents have said he liked playing with this certain flashlight that was missing. That's a lot of coincidences. So if you take this video and you think that it is Sebastian, what it looks like is you have one person who's potentially Sebastian or maybe the other, and the two subjects come together with their flashlights. They go out of frame, and they're moving slow that entire time. But when they go out of frame, they're gone for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, one of the flashlights is seen moving at a rapid rate across the screen, as almost as if they're fleeing the area. That's not good. Again, I don't want to go too deep into it. It's not good that you see two people going one way and only one person coming back. However, I don't want to speculate too much. There's a lot that you could extrapolate from this video, but it would be building a house on a shitty foundation, because the reality is we don't know what we're looking at. Now, if you ask me, I think we're looking at two people holding a lantern or a flashlight. That's my opinion. However, the TBI did not care to share their opinions, and they released a statement. I can tell you they were not happy with WTVF, not only for sharing the footage, but also speculating on what it could be. So in the statement, they warned against sharing surveillance videos online, explaining that the footage could be misinterpreted. They also added that nothing gathered from home or business surveillance systems.
I think that they're so important because he just said law enforcement basically did not want the news to let that out, those images out. And he also said that it appeared that the people outside were carrying flashlights and or lanterns. Nothing about a pickle bag, nothing about
carrying someone to a car, nothing. Literally holding flashlights and or lanterns. And I'm not blaming anybody at all in particular, but I mean, this again could just be a fun game of flashlight tag. I mean, just like he said, nobody knows what these images actually are.
Had been, quote, determined to be significant and emphasized that there was no evidence of criminal activity in Sebastian's disappearance. They ended their statement by saying the family was cooperating fully with the investigation.
Right there. That's important as well. That is very important.
And after I read that, significant, and added that warned against sharing surveillance videos online, explaining that the footage could be misinterpreted. They also added that nothing gathered from home.
Oh, you don't say. Don't share it online because it can be misinterpreted. Oh, you don't say. Kind of like it was already fucking misinterpreted.
Home or business surveillance systems had been, quote, determined to be significant and emphasized that there was no evidence of criminal activity in Sebastian's disappearance.
Oh, no emphasis of criminal activity in his disappearance. Let's hear it. Let's keep going.
They ended their statement by saying the family was cooperating fully with the investigation.
Oh, the family's cooperating fully with the investigation.
You mean Chris didn't tell Katie she wasn't allowed to talk to law enforcement when he came home from work?
Sounds to me like they've fully been cooperating.
That's what it sounds like to me, too.
Huh. Well, I wonder why that information is
Green
being...
Team, lean the fuck in. Because Justin's been over there pushing fucking information for who knows how the fuck long.
Yeah, and the one in your chat, she needs to lean in too, because she's in here been accusing Katie of knowing what happened.
Who's this? Which one?
Diamond Girl.
I don't know what Diamond Girl. Why don't you click on the link? Come have a conversation with us. Carla didn't have a problem coming on up here. Yada didn't have a problem coming up here. Julie didn't have a problem coming up here. But see, it's always the ones that just pop the fuck up with usually an alt account that's got so much to say, but never wants to have a conversation, right?
I mean, I haven't been on your panel for a while, and I was able to click the link. Just saying.
It worked just fine for you to click it? Well, there you go.
Oh, no, it worked just fine. Took me, I mean,
well,
it was fine.
Maybe she'll work it and click that fucking link. Come have a chit chat with us. I like different opinions as well. I like to hear different opinions as well. I don't like to see, you know. All right, where's your monkey at, Justin? Where's Simi Pearl at? Where in the heck did she go?
Where's Roro?
So Diamond, did Elizabeth Smart's
we
mom
need to
know?
find out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm kind of curious. Did Elizabeth Smart's mom know? Just curious.
I think.
Hey, matter of fact, you know, since we have people who like to do timelines that fucking absolutely fucking suck, put one of those together. Put one of those together. Only this time, don't listen to a fucked up teacher trying to feed you full of shit, because it ain't gonna work.
Right. You know what else he didn't say was in those flashlight videos? There wasn't any images of anybody's face or anything.
Weird.
Kind of like that picture of Chris was like put into that image or something.
Yeah. That weird ass picture that was made and passed the fuck around, that one.
Yeah.
The one that Nancy Grace had to yank the fuck down because they went on and made her look like an absolute fucking fool.
Yeah, the one that I don't even think even got aired because...
Yeah. Because Nancy Grace wasn't going to go on there looking like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. And I think Justin might have got his little fifis hurt when that event video came out.
Well, he did because he kept saying, "Oh, well, she's got to fix some stuff, and then it'll be put out, guys, and then it'll be put out, guys." No, that shit was dead in the water. You
But
fucked
I'm
that
talking
up.
about the event recording that came out because it was said
Oh,
in
yeah,
that.
that. Okay, yeah, I thought you were talking about the other recording that was put out. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, but because it was said in there that Tony was vouching for Justin really hard, but Nick
And Nick didn't
said
like
that
it. Yeah.
Justin couldn't be trusted.
Yep. Nick
So I
didn't.
think
I don't think Nick has ever liked Justin, in my opinion. And yeah, he said he cannot be trusted. And Tony vouched for him and shit because, in my opinion, Justin's been, going pretty fucking hard at JJ and KK, or what's he call him, Edgar and KK, Killer Katie.
yeah.
So yeah, they've been going pretty fucking hard. And Justin was one of the only ones conveniently that was not part of the injunction. Wonder why that was.
Sounds like some
Very
damage
fucking
control being done.
Yeah. And then and then he comes on and says, absolutely not. That's not how it happened. Well, you don't fucking know, first of all.
Or when they played the part where they were talking about all the equipment they brought in to search, because Sumner County's so broke, as Betty says, but they brought in all this sophisticated equipment to search. And Justin's like, how does he know? How does he know? Well, how in the fuck do you know? And like he was also proven to be a liar tonight because he said there was no predators in that neighborhood. Wild.
Well, he sure as fuck didn't do a good job of paying attention to that, did he?
No, it kind of seems like him and Betty do the same kind of research.
None. They just spew it out of their ass.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, I think Justin is Betty's little PO boy to do her research, probably. That's my
But I
theory.
think the only kind of research Betty does is telling her audience, hey, if you can find this or if you find this, send it to me, email it to me.
Yeah, no, Betty.
Just like today when she told her audience, if you all find any clips of Chris being mean and hateful, send those to my email. I'd love to play those. I don't think that's really what you should be doing with 4 ROs on you. That's just my opinion.
Well, the funny thing is, and the best part about it is when they fucking tag her ass and she's got to go to jail, it'll be on her. It'll all be on Betster. Because guess what? She was told to fucking stop, and she's got that defiance bullshit, in my opinion, and she cannot. On top of that, in my opinion, it's the only way she's making money, and she does not want to lose that because she knows she'll be fucked.
Yep.
So,
but you can make all the money in the world, but you still have, I mean, it doesn't make any difference when you have to put it all to legal fees or whatever because you won't shut the fuck up.
well, I mean, she files frivolous lawsuits and shit too. So, I mean, I'd say karma's a motherfucker, ain't it?
Yeah. I mean, you would think.
Stop filing frivolous fucking lawsuits and frivolous injunctions, Betty. Stop having your fucking friends help you, Betty. Because now you done got all them. You and Tony, in my opinion, got them into a world of shit.
Right.
Tony, Nick, and Betty, in my opinion, did this shit. Because you know what? Those are the three with experience. And those, you know what I'm saying? Those are they don't give a fuck. Like he said, I don't give a fuck if I win. Tony said that out of his mouth. I don't give a fuck if I win. I just want to cost you money. They know damn well they're not going to win. Just like Betty ain't going to win. Just like she knows this discovery bullshit. She doesn't have it. She can't prove it. She knows that.
Yeah.
Well, That's what I was getting ready to say. Like,
she already looks
I
like a
wonder-
fucking idiot. The first one was dismissed where she should have left it, but you know, she wonders why people have no fucking respect and people fuck with her and they don't like her. Well, I mean, look at what the fuck they see what you're doing.
Right. And I just
They
wonder,
watched
like,
you.
if your judge, if your all's judge is gonna like keep allowing her extra time because she doesn't get the correct stuff in, or if they're just only gonna say, you know what, fuck it, I've given you chance after chance. It was spelled out what you needed to send in.
Well,
You
that's what's
didn't.
gonna end up happening.
God,
You
I
can
cannot
only
wait.
give a pro. You can only give somebody pro say so many chances to get the shit right before. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I
I
cannot
agree.
wait for that to happen.
Hey,
Oh,
thanks for
you,
letting me
girl,
up.
you, shit.
Oh, I know.
Queen, I'm gonna hop down. Thank you.
All right,
Thanks.
baby. I know I'm gonna get off here. I gotta get shit done. I'm gonna just direct you guys over to Wispy's because I know she says Wispy still alive.
Probably, I think.
Well, I thought she
She's
was. I'm
usually.
gonna go grab her link real quick because I thought she was live. I don't know if she still is or not, but if she
She's
is, I'm gonna
usually.
go grab her link so people can go over there if they want to.
She's usually live when I get up for work in the morning.
It's 2:00 in the morning, so I gotta be getting my tail feather laid down. I mean, like I said, I don't have to get up at 5:30. Thank God for that, but I still gotta get laid down, you know.
Oh yeah, I gotta get up and
And I've
work in
been
the
busy,
morning.
busy.
All right, well, you guys have a great night, and I am sure I will see and talk to you guys tomorrow.
Catch you on the flip side, huh? I don't think she is. Is she? Oh yeah, she is. Here we go. Okay. Oh, see, she's playing. Never mind. Never mind. I ain't sending people over to watch that shit. Fuck no, I'm not. Nope. Nope. Anyways, y'all have a good night. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. And I was gonna send you guys to Wispy's, but she's going over stuff with Tiffany's kid, and I don't want anything to do with all that right now.
Yeah.
I would much rather hear from Tiffany myself. Honestly, I think it's a bunch of fuck shit. She said she didn't want it out here, and then you got fucking, you know, old fucking put on a goddamn show over there announcing shit. And
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with that. So
yeah, I don't either. Not until Tiffany comes out and says it herself. I don't think anybody should be speaking on her child, period. So
right. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
all right, baby. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye, baby. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, if you guys know where Wispy's at and you want to go hang out, that's cool. But I'm just not going to send people over to go get involved in a conversation with somebody's kid that's allegedly has cancer. I don't want nothing to do with all that right now until she comes on and speaks on it. I think that's her right, as it's her child, and this is her situation. And I don't think that any other YouTuber should be announcing anything else going on with someone else's child. So that's where I stand with it. And I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys. I will catch y'all on the flip side. I'll see y'all in the morning. QB out. Oh yeah, Seth has court tomorrow. QB out.